Hello baby gangsters, this is Calvin, also known as Romer, and this is me reacting to Duel the Summoner Summit. This is an event that came out in, I guess, 3.7, as it says here as well. I love watching these events. It's so cool going back and watching these events. Thank you Streetwise Rhapsody for even uploading this. And as always, thank you to DevTrap patron who actually sets up the spreadsheet so I just know exactly which event to watch at what times. It's always awesome. Let's get into this. So I'm guessing this will have something to do with... I thought TCG, but maybe that's just because I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh fan and when I hear Duel, I'm like, let's duel. Oh, we're heading into Mondstadt. Always a nice feeling when you're heading into Mondstadt.
A disaster. I didn't even make it through the qualifiers.
It is, okay, it's TCG, okay.
Do?
Or at least somewhat TCG.
I didn't do any better. I was beaten by that little Timmy kid.
Oh, Timmy, he did it.
I've only ever seen him out there feeding pigeons. No clue how he got to be such a good
Because he's probably making decks every single day while he's feeding those pigeons.
The next round's starting soon, right? Let's head over and watch the matches. I'm curious to see who will win the grand prize.
It's really cool. It's like a little tournament going on. Battle City vibes. Battle Mondstadt.
Did you hear that? A grand prize! Sounds like they were talking about a card competition. They must be talking about Genius Invocation TCG.
Must be. Must be.
Should be. But let's go ask Diona for details.
Here we go. So we're gonna ask Diona, which is always nice. It's just nice being in Mondstadt whenever we get the chance. I know, like, even though I'm not playing this, I think you guys know it does feel like we are playing this sometimes, and that's what feels so good about this stuff. Oh, so we're getting introduced to Kirara already.
Am I seeing double? Do you have two
The main
tails?
reason, pretty much, I think, why I wanted to, like, watch this stuff is for Kirara.
Your eyes are working just fine. Yes, I have two tails. You want to pet them?
Interesting voice acting, yeah?
Wow,
I mean, that's the thing. I never know what the voice is going to be for the characters, right? So, like, every time I hear the voice for the first time, you know, after seeing the picture, it's always, like, not what I expected, no matter what. No matter what.
does it hurt when your tail splits into two? Which one did you grow first? Oh, and what do you do when they start
I'm very
moving
excited.
around
I'm
when
so
you're
excited to
asleep?
meet her.
Oh, well,
sorry if those were tricky questions. I've just never seen anyone with two tails before. Who's Diona chatting with? From her outfit, Paimon would guess she's probably from Inazuma.
Outfit designed by Chiori. The hair is so nice as well.
Oh, don't worry,
Such
kid.
a great design.
I'm sure you'll be growing a couple of tails of your own in no time.
Very supportive as well, apparently.
You think I could grow two tails as well?
Tiana's so excited.
Sure, you're a yokai too, right? Your yokai power must be really strong if
A
you can already
yokai
take on
too?
human form. I was just climbing a tree one day when another tail popped out, just like that.
Okay.
People started calling me, Nekomata, I think?
Nekomata?
Yokai? Nekomata? No. You got
Great
it all
points. All the
wrong.
tails look cute.
My ears and tail are part of my cat's line bloodline.
Oh, so you're not a Mondstadt yokai?
So you're not connecting on that
doesn't
part.
have anything like yokai. Is this your first time here?
Yep. Fortunately for me, the company I work for has been expanding.
So Kirara is a yokai, which is actually pretty interesting. Like, yokai are like spirits, right? They are spirits. I think we've heard that term many a time in this game as well.
Now
So
getting the opportunity to travel to cities all over to that. Oh, it's been such a pleasure chatting with you that I almost lost track of time.
yeah.
I'd better get going or I'll be late for my next customer. Diona of the Quetzline clan, your pickup is complete. Thank you for choosing Komania Express.
Oh my God.
Feel free to come hang out anytime.
That read as well.
Do only yokai have tails in Inazuma?
The two tails is really cool though. Such a cool character design. Such a really cool character design, honestly.
Oh, Traveler and Paimon! Hey, what brings you back to Mondstadt? Well, we figured it's been a while since we visited the cat's tail, so
Heck
we
yeah.
thought we'd come and say hi. Oh, and by the way, who was that just now?
Kirara.
Oh, she's a courier from Komania Express. They're an international delivery service operating out
That's
of Inazuma.
so cool to have an international delivery service
Still
there.
doing international business now?
So cool.
No, 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 no. A customer left some goods with us and arranged for Komani Express to pick them up. That's all. I didn't mind.
Diana's a very fun character, isn't she?
You've been to Inazuma, right? Did you, see lots of yokai like her there?
I mean, oh yeah, like Yamiko. Right?
Right. But this is
And
actually
Oni as
the
well,
first
right?
time
They'd be
we've ever
yokai.
seen one with two tails.
We've seen quite a few of them.
I'd love to go see for myself one day. Anyway, what were you two here for again? Did
I'm
you
sure we'll
need
see
me for
Kirara again.
something?
Of course we will.
Oh, yeah! Paimon almost forgot. Do you know anything about a Genius Invocation TCG tournament? Apparently there's prizes and stuff. A tournament? Oh, you must mean the one being organized by the Adventurers Guild. It's a pretty big event. They even had posters imported from Inazuma.
So cool that they have like trade between
I'm
Inazuma
busy
as
with
well.
things here,
Such a
so,
good way of
I didn't
showing
sign
how
up.
far Inazuma's
I
come.
don't know all the details. Maybe try asking my boss. Got it. Well, with any luck, we'll win some more, and then we'll treat you to some yummy food. What do you mean, luck? I'm the one who taught you how to play, after all.
Thanks, coach.
How like it.
Oh,
Okay, you two should
the
probably
puns.
get going now. Head to the Fountain Plaza. My boss usually takes a walk around there at this time of day.
Okay.
All right, we'll go there right away.
Again, very cool stuff. Like it's so cool seeing a character like Kirara for the first time. I obviously have her as a character, and she's a yokai, so just like Yamiko, and I think Oni are like yokai as well. Like there's different spirits of yokai that we've seen in Inazuma as well.
Oh, if it isn't the Traveler and Paimon. It's been a while, hasn't it? Let me guess. Back to play some cards?
It's not like we only ever come back to Mondstadt to play cards.
Oh, really? I just assumed you were here to take part in the King of Invocations Grand Prix.
King of Invocations Grand Prix? Oh, that must be the Adventurers Guild one that Diana mentioned.
That's the one. Genius Invocation TCG has been attracting more and more players lately. The Adventurers
really cool.
Guild
Really,
arranged
really
for
cool.
venues in every city to hold a regional tournament for the King of Invocations Grand Prix. The rewards are quite substantial.
For venues in
Mondstadt
every
is already
city.
at the final stage, so I'm afraid you might be a little too late to get
That's
that
like
prize.
that's literally like Battle City. Oh my god, it's like choosing different locations. It's so cool.
Darn! We already promised Diana we'd treat her to some food with the Mora we won.
It's all right.
She's like, I
There's bound to
already
be a
have this
next time.
commitment.
This card game came out of nowhere and has already taken the world by storm. Who knows where
I think
it'll
it's such a
go
cool
next?
idea. I think it's such a
The
cool idea
game's
what they did here.
creators must be ecstatic with all this success, don't you think? It's unbelievably popular.
Yeah, and it only gets more fun the more people there are to play it with.
I had such a blast. I just haven't had like a chance to play it since, but I definitely want to
Well,
play some more.
You may have missed the boat on the official event, but there's also an unofficial tourney organized by some players. Would that interest you at all?
Unofficial tourney?
That's right. With all the excitement surrounding the main tournament, players can hardly contain their enthusiasm. So they've set up an unofficial tourney aimed at
That's
a larger
very
player
cool.
base.
That's very cool. And also
you can
like
sign up at any time and play however.
it's not a bad idea to set up a tournament just for like more not casual players, but people that maybe aren't in the tournament or have already lost in the tournament, because like you're going to keep that hype going, you know, because a lot of people when they like there is some people when they finish a tournament they'll just go home. So it's kind of cool to have the tournament keep going for like people that maybe are more casual, or maybe people that like have lost, or maybe the people that want to enter the tournament but were too late or had prior commitments. It's a cool
Or
idea.
many matches you want. They even have pre-built decks for players to use. Oh, and the rewards are pretty generous too.
Pre-built decks is a good idea as well. Very good idea.
Paimon likes the sound of this. Thanks for the info, Margaret. We'll go check it out.
They're organizing this
You're
very well.
welcome. There are plenty of booths at the venue offering food and other fun activities, so it's definitely worth a visit.
This just sounds amazing.
Who knows? You might even bump into some old friends there.
Oh my god, we totally are,
Right.
aren't we?
If there's nothing else you needed, I'll be continuing my walk now.
Like, who are we gonna see? I guess for TCG, like there's like
Paimon still thinks that with your abilities, winning the grand prize in the official tournament would have been as easy as
that's
that.
Charlotte in the background already.
Just imagine it. Honorary knight defeats foes and emerges
Wait,
as
is this the
tournament
first introduction to
champion.
Charlotte?
The headline practically writes
This could be interesting.
Do my ears deceive?
Because we know Charlotte so well at this stage. This obviously should have been watched beforehand, but I didn't get the time.
News to share with me?
This could be so weird.
Oh,
It's gonna be so weird.
why the heck are you eavesdropping on us?
But look, we'll act like we're doing a
Sorry.
flashback. This is a
Force of
flashback.
habit.
I tend to keep my ears peeled at all times. Didn't even realize I was listening in. Let me introduce myself. I'm Charlotte, a reporter for the Steambird.
So if I did this event, would the dialogue be different than when I got to Charlotte?
Fontaine. I've been
That's interesting.
here to cover the King of Invocations Grand Prix.
Such an interesting, different introduction. Oh, it sounds familiar. For sure it sounds familiar.
The Steambird is a major news outlet headquartered in Fontaine and widely acclaimed all over
Oh, it
town.
is. Oh, it
We
is.
even have regular columnists based right here in Mondstadt.
Ooh, okay. Paimon's name is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. What
Rain
was
is a
that
beautiful
you were
name.
saying about some breaking news?
No, I love this. I love
looks like
I love
I met
seeing how you would have been able to meet characters beforehand as well, right? That's one of the coolest ways. Because again, we met Shiori for the first time in an event, but we're going to be seeing her in a story quest. When realistically, that is going to be our actual canonized first time seeing her in my playthrough of the actual game in the game. But obviously, this is like just like the first way we're going to meet Charlotte was on that the Aquabus. This is another time when really like the first time we met her was at the Lantern Rite a long time ago.
Pique your interest. Well, the truth is that my keen reporting senses are telling me that this competition will be chock full of huge news stories.
That's awesome. It's so cool seeing her again. A very clean design. We always say very, very just perfect.
Sure your senses are reliable.
Oh my god, she's great. Paimon, she's fantastic. You don't even know.
Absolutely. After all, I've seen it with my own eyes. There's a criminal who's been slinking around the competition venue, and his name
Oh
is
my god, they even
the
have rare
Card
hunters.
Snatcher.
Oh my god.
Card Snatcher?
Card Snatcher.
He stole his opponent's cards when they weren't looking. I was about to try and chase him down, but the next moment, he disappeared
This
into
is so
thin
cool.
air.
This is so cool.
But why would someone want to steal other people's cards?
Maybe to get an edge over his opponents, perhaps to throw off the rare hunters in Yu-Gi-Oh! When they would steal other people's cards, it was literally so they could find the Egyptian god cards. Like that was like they were trying to take, and again it was they'd bully the other player. Now the thing is, the Battle City rules made it so that you could easily find other people's cards by beating them, but like they would cheat. The rare hunters would definitely cheat and sometimes play some shadow games and stuff like this. Like you know, against Joey, for example, someone summoned like Exodia, but they were all fake. So like it was like, again, it was cheating. It was all cheating. But actually, Yugi defeated that in a really cool way. If you look, I'll let you watch the season yourself, because if you watch one thing about Yu-Gi-Oh, Battle City is absolutely incredible. It's so good.
Whatever the truth of the matter, it's my job as a journalist to dig up all the gory details and turn them into my very own exclusive
And she's
news
fantastic
piece.
at it. Look at how perfect and like clean this design is. And I say
what do you-
clean not in a sense of like you know, she takes a shower. I'm saying clean as in like it's so like just like it's not too busy. It's not too busy.
Think. Want to join me
We love
in
a
my
busy
quest
design,
to
but sometimes we
uncover
like this
the
too.
sensational story that's hiding behind the scenes?
That does sound interesting, but why us? Any reason you singled us out in particular?
Are you kidding me? It's a no-brainer, considering you're the honorary knight who saved Mondstadt, the hero of Liyue who fought alongside the Adepti.
And of course you know this
a
stuff.
key player in the repealing of Inazuma's Sokoku
Oh my god, when you say it like
decree,
that.
and the redeemer of the Sumeru Academia.
When you say it all like that, I do sound amazing.
Point taken. Yeah, it seems like we've ended up making quite a big name for ourselves, huh?
Yeah, and eventually the one who fought the narwhal.
Yeah, kinda scary. Does she research all her new friends before
I mean,
meeting them for the
Paimon,
first
she's
time?
incredibly
I
good at her
promise you,
job.
teaming up with
And she's
me
well
will be
respected.
A great move for you. For starters, when my exclusive news article is published, you'll be credited as contributors. Not to mention that being in a news agency makes me pretty well connected. That'll come in real handy if you're ever traveling in Fontaine. And if you ever wanted to run an ad in the paper one day, no problem. I could make that happen.
That actually sounds genuinely useful. What do you think, Traveler?
Why not? I want to see this whole
Then
story.
welcome to the news crew. I've heard that the Traveler always lends a helping hand, so it's nice to know that you live up to your reputation. But even nicer to experience it for
Very cool.
myself.
Very
Now
cool.
then, before we start investigating our card snatcher, I have one other small task to take care of first. That Mondstadt columnist who I mentioned earlier is a longtime favorite of the Steambird's readership. Management thought that a cash bonus was in order, so
Cash
I brought
bonus?
it along with me.
Oh, so we're gonna go meet them now?
Yep, I have the address right here. We just need to make a slight detour to drop off the Mora, then we'll be on our way.
Sure. 100%.
I thought you would have figured out who it is I'm talking about by now. From what I've heard, you're quite well acquainted.
Who is it?
Oh, it's someone we know? That
Yeah.
doesn't narrow it down much.
We know
lots
so
of
many.
people in Mondstadt.
Yeah, Paimon.
Never mind. Just lead the way, Charlotte.
Yeah, who's she talking about? Now, I imagine that, like, if it's... I thought it was the Raiden Shogun for a second. I was like, oh my god! It's the Raiden Shogun!
One of your rich friends, I'd assume. After all, you gotta be pretty well off to live in the city,
Wait.
right?
Rich
That
friends?
doesn't really narrow it down. We know lots of people with lots of
Are you heading towards Mona's house or something?
Wow. I guess being a national hero earns you friends in high places.
Oh, Shardy, you have no idea. Are we heading to Mona's house? This is towards Mona's house? Yeah, it's Mona's house, right?
Here we are. Wait here a moment. I'll go hand over the cash.
Isn't it? Or like, it's in the location of Mona's house, though. I remember when we did our mission, we like rented her a house out here. Who could it be?
Huh? Oh, so it's...
Yeah, it's Mona's house. Of course. Of
What
course.
is it? Can I help you?
Oh, it's so good to see her.
Traveler and Paimon, what brings you here?
Hello.
I'm sorry, I don't believe we have...
It's so good to see her. Whenever we see
Mona
her.
Magistus, the astrologist. It's an honor to finally meet you. I'm Charlotte, a reporter from the Steambird. Your columns have been so well received by our readers lately that our management asked me to present you with this cash bonus.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
She got Mona's full name and title right.
And like it's adding like I guess context, but like in reverse, because we know that she did this, and I guess we would have heard about this like in this event, but we know that she did this in Act 5 as well.
First try. She really does do her homework.
Ah, you must be Charlotte. Welcome, welcome. Please,
Very
just
cool
call
stuff.
me Mona.
Because again, she said that she did write
It's a
columns for
long
the
way to
Steambird
come from Fontaine.
and their friends.
I hope it wasn't too much trouble.
No trouble at all. It was on the way.
Man, imagine traveling just like I guess we do it all the time, but like we get to work.
Hit with readers all over Tibet, Mona.
Have I never told you? Well, I've been writing my column, All Things Astrological, for the Steambird for a long time now. The chief editor wrote to me a while ago about the bonus. Thank goodness it's finally here. I was wondering when it would arrive. Thank you, Charlotte.
Huh. You make it sound like you really needed this. Are you pressed for money, Mona?
What? No, of course not. It's just that once I knew the bonus was coming, I reallocated some funds that I'd previously set aside for daily necessities and purchased some expensive equipment.
Oh no,
That's all.
Mona.
Classic Mona.
Yeah, Mona. Rent is so high here. Let me talk to your freaking landlord.
Renowned astrologist, broken, starving.
Wait,
Do
what?
the stars really have all the answers? The article practically writes
She went
itself.
into freaking freaking black and white mode.
Oh, I beg your pardon?
Mona's actually super rich. It's just that astrology research is really expensive.
Yeah, and rent is high here in
Super
Mondstadt.
rich is a bit of a stretch. Anyway, enough about that. What brings you back to Mondstadt this time, Traveler and Paimon?
Originally, we just came to catch up with a friend of ours. But some things have come up, and now we're helping Charlotte investigate the case of the card snatcher.
Yeah, it's all just come together like in a
Speaking
row
of
as
which,
usual.
Will you be competing in the King of Invocations Grand Prix? Where it is that the prizes are pretty stellar.
I'm much too busy with my research
She's too
these
busy.
days to dedicate time to a competition. Besides, even if I did enter, there's no guarantee I'd actually win a prize, is there?
Isn't there? I'd have thought you'd be certain to win with astrology on your side. You'd know all of your opponent's cards.
That'd be
ahead of
such an
time.
interesting episode of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Take me for? No self-respecting astrologist would dream of abusing their beloved art for such crude purposes. Besides, it wouldn't be fair to the other contestants.
There was an episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where My Valentine, who was a very cool character, was able to predict what card she was going to draw next and form her strategy based on that. And it was actually very like crazy in the end that they found out that like she was using different perfume smells. So she'd smell the perfume and like be like, oh, I'm about to draw Harpy Lady, you know?
Well said. Spoken like an accomplished academic and a conscientious citizen.
Well,
Yeah, she's great.
yes,
She's great.
obviously. Anyway, if past precedent is anything to go by, you're the ones who ought to be wary of what's around the corner. Especially if you're chasing after this card snatcher, was it? Sounds like bad news. Shall I take a glance at
That,
what you're up
that would
against?
honestly be
Thanks for
amazing.
the offer, but there's no need. Relying on your astrological skills for all the juicy details would make this story
Okay,
a Mona
okay.
exclusive. But that's not quite the kind of exclusive report
So
I'm
she's like,
going for
like
here.
it
But
would make
don't
it just,
worry.
you know,
We call it
a different story
investigative
altogether.
journalism for a reason. We journos have our ways.
Okay, fair enough. She wants to do it her way.
Well, best of luck with your investigation, then. Thanks again for bringing the bonus, Charlotte. Do give my regards to the chief editor.
Yeah, take care of yourself, Mona.
And yes, we should. I'll hold you to that.
So great to see her. So great to see Mona. I guess we'll just like
I think it's about time
see
we
the
started
relationship
heading
or
to
how
the
they met, I
competition venue.
suppose. Like
The
it's really
Mondstadt
cool.
regional final should be starting shortly.
All right. Paimon can't wait to find out who
They
the
have to be
finalists
named
are.
characters, right? They have to be. No, it's so cool. It's so cool seeing like the connection, seeing big cut there. Honestly, appreciate it. Who is it?
Wow. So this is
I'm
the
trying to catch a
venue,
glimpse. Is that
huh?
Kaya?
Seems pretty lively here.
That is Kaya. Oh my god, it is. Oh my freaking god. It's so good to see him as well. We haven't seen him since his
Well, if it isn't the
hangout.
Traveler and Paimon. What a rare surprise.
Oh, there's the voice.
Did you really come all this way just to watch Timmy and me in the final?
You and Timmy?
Kaya? You made it to the finals? Wait.
Wait, Kaya versus Timmy.
Work with
It's
the
Kaya
next
versus
Olympus.
Timmy.
You better not be slacking off again.
Oh, he never slacks off. It's always some kind of work.
Hey, come on now. That's no way to talk to a friend. Naturally, I wouldn't have considered entering the competition were I not already on top of my work.
You're such a hard worker.
Enjoying a drink while playing a few rounds of cards. I can't think of a better way to relax outside of work. Can you? Oh, just be sure not to tell
He's
Diona
so
I
beautiful.
said that.
He's so beautiful.
Well, since you're in the competition,
Oh my god.
have you noticed anything suspicious going on so far? You know, like people stealing other players' cards and that kind of thing.
Good question.
Stealing cards, you say? I'm afraid I haven't seen anything of that sort. Not while I've been playing.
I don't think anyone's
anyway.
gonna try steal from Kaya
Why do you
either.
ask?
I think that'd be very dangerous.
Well, we just
Probably
heard
the last thing
these
they'll ever
tales
do.
from Fontaine and she... Huh? Where'd Charlotte go?
Oh yeah.
She was right here, wasn't she? Oh, I bet she snuck out to go find some tasty snacks for herself.
No, fine, you can get snacks too.
Journalist from Fontaine. Oh, you mean the one from the Steambird. I do recall seeing a Steambird reporter listed in the Knights of Favonius
Very good
visit
writing.
log.
Very good writing. Makes the world feel more real. They have a log. They have a visitor's
She said
log.
that she saw a card snatcher at the tournament venue, so we're helping her investigate.
Oh, those two guys. Yeah, they were chatting with each other. Now they're running off.
A card snatcher? How very interesting. But one question, Paimon. Are you sure that cards are really what this
Oh,
snatcher
no.
is after?
Oh no no.
What makes you say that?
When Kaya starts this
Hello,
stuff.
everyone. Your attention, please. The final is about to begin. Now, let's
Okay.
give a warm welcome to our two
I
contestants.
can't believe it's Kaya
Guess
versus
we'll have to
Timmy.
leave it there. Let's continue this conversation another time.
Yes, please. Best of luck. Best of luck, Kaya.
Thanks, Traveler.
Kaya versus Timmy.
Get him, Kaya. We'll see you in a bit.
This is equal parts hilarious and like equal parts like makes sense. Timmy is like a
Who do you think is gonna win?
demon almost sometimes. He's very forceful.
Yeah, Timmy seems to be a pretty strong TCG
Yeah, and a very
player.
like
By
like
the way,
what would you say
whoever
like authoritative like personality in
wins
Timmy
is bound to make
sometimes.
headlines. Wait, speaking of headlines, isn't that Charlotte's job?
She's probably investigating something else.
Maybe she got caught up trying out all the delicious Mondstadt snacks.
Possibly.
Let's go look for her.
Yeah, it's interesting because again, she's definitely like caught onto something, especially since she went to the top of the stairs there to see where Charlotte was, or to see where those two guys went. So like Charlotte's definitely catching on to something. I trust again. Paimon doesn't have that same trust that we have.
Charlotte,
I trust
what
her
happened? You just
with my
disappeared
life.
without saying anything.
She's really good.
Oh, I just didn't want to bother you while you were catching up with your friend.
But Kaya's one of the finalists. Don't you want to interview him or something? You did say you were supposed to be covering the competition.
She's also looking for
I
other
could
stuff
churn
too.
out that kind of soft news piece in 5 minutes if I had to. Personally, I'm more interested in those.
I mean,
two.
yeah, most journalists could probably do that.
From the moment things kicked off, they've been acting very strangely, like they're trying to stay out of sight. I'm sure they must be
Yeah.
plotting something.
Yeah. She's right.
You mean there are 2 card snatchers?
Shh! Keep your voice down! We don't want to scare them off. We need to wait until we've got something concrete. Then we can use my camera to catch them in the act.
Heck yeah.
Huh? Wait!
Snatching
Where'd they
cards,
go?
man, like, unforgivable.
After him!
Genuinely unforgivable. If you ever been to a tournament and someone like steals cards from you or is stealing cards from people, it is like, it's just so bad.
You've done this before. Do you spy on people often?
Guess we're not getting that dialogue, but it's okay. But it was such a short
Heading
distance
toward
anyway.
Mondstadt's side gate. Let's follow him, but quietly. We mustn't let him spot us.
Yeah, it's like in actual card tournaments, actual Yu-Gi-Oh card tournaments, I've heard of it before, people stealing decks or stuff, guys. Like, if you steal a deck from someone, a deck of cards from someone, you could be stealing thousands of dollars from them. Like, legitimately. I know of YouTubers who had their entire deck stolen, and they literally spent thousands on those cards.
At this rate, we're gonna miss Kaya and Timmy's match.
And some might say, well, why are you... I definitely want to see Kai and Timmy's match. Why are you spending thousands of dollars on cards? And to me, it's like, anyone can spend the money whatever way they want. Like, if you know, you have all your bills paid and all this stuff, and like, you know, your kids fed and everything like this, and you're being responsible and all this stuff, like, it's none of my business. It's like, even at that, it's none of my business what people are doing with their money. And if you bought something with your money, you know, like cards, and someone steals it, that's really mean.
There. Looks like he stopped. Let's sit tight and see what happens.
Yeah, why is he gone over here?
Why did he come all the way out here? Is he gonna hide something? And now he's crouching down with his hands above his head.
Yeah, what the hell?
Wait! Treasure hoarders! He's in trouble!
They just appeared out of nowhere as well. What the hell? He must have known. Did he not know they were going to be here? Or did they know he was going to be here?
Help! Someone save me!
What are the
By the way,
treasure
such a sick
hoarders
team.
supposed to be?
Holy hell. This whole team, apart from like Benny, is like blink and you missed it kind of team, you know what I mean?
Alright?
With how quick they destroy everything, without how many colors are on the screen when they do it.
Oh, thank goodness. I thought it was all over for me.
Well, Adrian, what's been happening?
Those treasure hoarders, did you know them? It sure looked like they were here just for you.
Yeah?
Why would I know them? I was just out for a walk, minding my own business, and then the next thing I knew, I was surrounded.
Oh, really? Then why did they target you? It wouldn't be because of some dubious deal you were involved in at the tournament, would it?
Huh? A deal? I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, that's a shame. You see, I'm a journalist, and I just happened to
got
snap
you.
a picture
She
of
got
you
you.
and one other individual in the middle of a deal back at the tournament.
She got you already.
I was only going to ask you for an interview, but that was before you caused all this trouble. And now you're feigning ignorance of the deal in question.
No, Paimon. Again, it is so interesting because
Maybe I'm
Paimon,
just
they don't
wasting
know
my
him.
time.
Or know her,
Shall I
know
just
her.
cut my losses and hand over the evidence to the Knights of Favonius?
Oh my god, we haven't like, this is again, she's obviously like, you know, we can say like, oh, well, she's being very like forceful with this stuff. But the fact is, when it comes to Charlotte, like, we know for a fact that she is not only like, when people deserve it, she is so super respectful. So she will only do something with reason, right? Like people respect the heck out of her in Fontaine.
Whoa! No!
That was a good
please.
whoa. Great voice acting.
I'll talk, but you gotta believe me. There's nothing shady going on. I swear.
Wow, that was some serious bluffing on Charlotte's part. She didn't take any pictures at all.
Yep.
Back at the tournament,
Great stuff.
I was approached by some random guy who said that he wanted to buy a card back off me. I said, okay, how much are you offering? And when he told me the amount, well, my jaw practically hit the
So look
floor.
at Sino, how much he bought,
Really?
like how much cards are worth to
What
him,
kind of
you know?
card back was it?
Nothing special. I just picked it up at the general goods store. It had a treasure chest design on it. I only
Did they
bought
say,
it because it was
sorry,
dirt
did they
cheap.
say card back?
Was it?
Just the back of the card,
nothing
like a
special.
card
I
sleeve?
just picked it up at the general goods store.
Are we serious?
It had a treasure chest design on it. I only bought it because it was dirt cheap.
Okay.
This guy offered me 3 times what I paid for it and handed me the Mora right then and there.
I mean, that sounds like a good deal.
I could hardly believe my luck. So I decided to head somewhere less crowded and check the Mora was real. That's when I ran into the treasure hoarders.
That sounds too good to be
Did
true,
you
though.
ask him why he wanted to purchase
Yeah,
the
for like a
sighting from
card
you?
sleeve. What the hell?
No, I didn't. Genius Invocation TCG has been getting pretty popular lately, and some people will pay good Mora to make their decks look flashy. It didn't strike me as that unusual.
But for a card
But
sleeve,
after
though.
I gave him the card back, he let out a sigh of relief and said something about, that's all the Mondstadt ones.
Wait.
Next stop, Liyue, or something
Is
like
he
that.
buying up everything or something?
Or something like that. He either said that or he didn't. How
I
certain
love her.
are you?
I absolutely love her.
I'm
Oh my god.
positive.
I love her.
I know what I heard. Once the card was in his hands, he suddenly relaxed like a huge burden had been taken off his
What?
shoulders. It was genuine relief. Could that card back really be as valuable as
There's
he thought?
something weird here. There's something definitely weird
I
here.
don't know, but in the interests of your personal safety, I suggest you report all of this to the Knights of
Yeah, you're in it now.
Favonius.
You're in something
After
now.
all, you weren't doing anything against the law, were you?
Right? Yeah, no, that makes sense. I'll go speak to the Knights of Favonius right away.
So weird. There's something so weird about
That
this.
guy's just collecting rare card backs. Are you sure this is the person you're after,
Yeah,
Charlotte?
Well, it definitely doesn't add up.
yeah.
You really think someone out there is going from nation to nation, shelling out huge sums of money for a few card backs bought from
When
a
you could buy them
grocery store?
yourself.
My gut tells me that there's more to this story than the card back
Yeah.
alone. This entire situation
Did it
reeks
laugh?
of exclusive
That laugh
news.
is so nice. Do you think there's real treasure? Or maybe this is yeah.
Ooh, treasure! Maybe the card backs make a treasure map. You know, collect all the pieces, put them together, and they reveal where the treasure is buried.
Who knows? But wherever this leads, we're definitely onto something.
Heck yeah, I love the
Even though
enthusiasm
I
as
didn't
well.
manage to get a good look at his face, his physique and the way he moved were identical to the card snatcher I saw last time. I'm sure it's the same guy. He was much more discreet this time, though. I guess he didn't want to risk trying anything with so many potential witnesses around.
Sure.
From the sounds of it, we need to head to Liyue next, right?
Wait, is that how it's gonna work?
I can't wait! We have tons of
That's
friends
so
in Liyue,
cool.
too. Like,
Okay.
shouldn't we check in with Kaya before we leave? Paimon at least wants to find out who
Exactly.
won the
I feel like a
final.
really unsupportive
idea.
friend. You know when you like you go into someone's event, even though they didn't invite us. Like I feel like we didn't show up to their final event. I feel really bad. But Kaya will understand. He's like he would like make a joke about it. Actually, he seems like the type to be like, oh, I missed you. You know what I mean? Kaya, you bet.
I hereby declare the winner of the Mondstadt Regional
Ooh.
Final of the King
Oh my
of
God.
Invocations Grand Prix is Timmy!
Go on, Jimmy! Timmy did it. What a beast.
Wow, Timmy won! That's amazing!
That's awesome. That's awesome. That is what card tournaments are like sometimes, by the
beaten by
way.
the best.
Like, you know, sometimes like a,
Timmy's a tough opponent.
you know,
He had me on the back foot
Yeah.
the entire time.
at least you're gracious in defeat.
It's all right. You don't need to
But
comfort
would you want me to comfort you? I will do it.
This must be the journalist from Fontaine you mentioned earlier. Charlotte,
Oh
was
my
it?
god.
Enchanté.
Enchanté.
I'm Kaya, cavalry captain of the Knights of Favonius. I trust you're enjoying your time in Mondstadt.
The pleasure is all mine.
Enchanté.
Mondstadt's reputation as the city of song and freedom is truly deserved.
Gorgeous.
The mood here is simply delightful.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Puts me at ease as soon as I step foot in this place.
I'm glad you're liking it. Oh, by the way, I couldn't help but notice you all rushing towards the city's side gate earlier. Did you find something? I couldn't get it off my mind, even during the competition.
You tell Kaya everything that happened.
I see.
Kaya's good at being sneaky, so he knows what
it
sneaky
seems
is
we have
like.
an answer to Kaya's question from earlier. What the card snatcher's really after is these card backs. But we still haven't figured out why he cares so much about
Yeah,
them.
it's very strange to me. This is gonna be super interesting.
Well, while I'd love to accompany you all to Liyue Harbor, I'm afraid I still have my Knights of Favonius duties to attend to.
Hate that. You should come with us.
In fact,
Please.
our top priority right now is strengthening Mondstadt's defenses. Treasure hoarder activity has been increasingly rampant.
Oh, we saw
lately.
that. We saw that there, outside, just right outside the walls. Yeah, you're right.
Don't worry, we'll keep you in the loop if we find anything. In fact, if Charlotte's journalistic instinct is on point, you'll probably be reading her exclusive report in the Steambird before long.
Yep.
Wonderful. Then I look forward to reading all about
He's
it.
so he is a walking.
Thanks for supporting quality journalism.
Oh my god,
Okay,
he's so
let's
beautiful.
take tonight off and head to Liyue Harbor tomorrow.
Those
now give me a
pants.
chance to write down everything that's happened today.
Oh, Paimon wanted to ask. See the two people on this poster?
Yeah.
Are they the inventors of Genius Invocation TCG? They look so young.
Maybe, but very little is known about either of them.
That's interesting. So in Yu-Gi-Oh, the creator is Maximilian Pegasus, but he got it from
Whether they've
the
been
like
living under a
ancient
rock this whole
Egyptians
time or
in the
just aren't
story.
interested in fame, I don't know. But hardly anybody has ever seen
So interesting.
The poster's probably just an artist's impression to capture the general look and feel of the duo. Beyond that, I doubt it's very true
Okay,
to
so it's
life.
just like
Sounds
okay, that
like
makes
they're
sense.
a couple of socially reclusive scholars. If Paimon were in their shoes, she'd be showing up to all the events, signing autographs, selling cards,
Rightly so.
and probably getting complimentary
Yeah,
food and drinks.
you're right, Paimon.
I approve. And to top it off, you could play a few rounds of Genius Invocation with
Heck yeah,
everyone.
sounds so nice.
I was reading up on the game's inventors before I came to Mondstadt. I was originally hoping to arrange an interview with them.
If anyone could do it, it's you.
But I soon discovered that there's no mention anywhere of where they live or of any Genius Invocation events that they've
I
attended.
wonder if they get money off the
It's as if
cards
they've
selling.
designed the game and then never played it again.
What?
Either they don't want to play the game, or they're unable to. But they must have their
Yeah.
reasons.
I wonder if they'll show up at all during the King of Invocation's Grand Prix.
Maybe, if you get lucky. And based on my experience, the Traveler seems to have no shortage of that.
Yeah, true. Very
Oh,
true.
Really? Well, that gives me one less thing to worry about.
We're lucky to have so many friends who have helped us
Anyway,
throughout the
our
years.
focus is still on tracking
For me,
down
throughout the
card
months.
snatcher. I heard Snezhnaya has an old saying. If you try chasing two rabbits at once, you'll only end up empty-handed.
Great saying.
Well, the Traveler and Paimon can always split up and chase one rabbit each.
Not for too long though.
Oh, okay. Now Paimon's feeling hungry. We can worry about all this later. Right now, it's time to get some grub.
You can always trust Paimon to
He's
know
so
where
charming.
life's priorities lie. If it's food you're after, I recommend taking a look at the nearby stalls. The tournament has brought quite a crowd, so there's a lot of fun to be had around the venue.
Thank you so much for letting us know, Kaya.
Hey, thanks, Kaya.
He is literally just the essence of like this general charm all the time. And it's not just saying enchanté to Charlotte. That's really sweet. Oh my god, we're in Liyue. It's also just like the little things he says, like, you know, he compliments you without it even feeling like it's overbearing sometimes, you know, like, leave it to Paimon to understand, you know, life's, you know, beauty, you know, life's great pleasures. I can't believe we're just walking around with Charlotte as well. That's so cool. That's so cool.
Wow. Liyue Harbor is still bustling as
Great
always.
place. Absolutely fantastic place, honestly.
Where merchants flock and all ships dock. Now I understand what that saying was trying to describe. Still,
Yeah,
nothing
it's
beats seeing
still
it with your
all
own
these
eyes.
every region we go to, I'm just like stunning.
Welcome to Liyue Harbor. I hope you had a smooth journey. Lady Ningguang instructed me to wait for you here.
Oh, it's Ningguang's
Wait, so she's-
secretary. Which Bai is it again?
It's by
Wait,
I assist Lady Ningguang with collecting.
are we gonna
and
see her? Are we gonna
organizing
see Ningguang?
intelligence.
That's right, Paimon. Paimon remembers now. The other two are Bai Shi and Bai Xiao.
Lady Ningguang? You mean Tian Xuan of the Liyue
oh, you don't
Qixing?
understand.
Yep, that's
We're
her.
so close.
But why does Ningguang want to see
We're
us?
so this is so fun.
Wait,
This
I
is
thought
so
she didn't
fun.
know that we'd be arriving in Liyue Harbor
Oh my
today.
god.
Lady Ningguang likes to stay informed. Nothing
Yep,
slips through
yep,
her
and I wasn't
intelligence
surprised.
network.
Not even a bit surprised.
She wishes to invite our visitor from Fontaine, Mademoiselle Charlotte.
Not even surprised
to join her
that
at
she knows her
Eugene
name as
Terrace
well.
to discuss cooperation.
What would she want with me? This is the first time I've ever been to Liyue Harbor.
Not an ounce of shock that
Lady
Ningguang knows all this
Ningguang
stuff.
has known of you for quite some time.
Yep,
A
yep,
talented and capable
Yep.
journalist with the Steambird who writes insightful, engaging, and, most importantly, factual prose. She also understands that in revealing the truth, your exclusive news, you have offended some interested parties that have been pulling strings behind the scenes.
Wow.
And that is why you have been sent on an international reporting trip to cover the Genius
Wait, so she was
Invocation
sent on this
TCG
trip for-
events.
Wait, what? That's
Is this a
terrible.
punishment trip? Is this a trip where it's like, I'll get her out of her hair? Is that what they're saying?
Oh, poor Charlotte.
No way.
it's just part of the job. I'm already used to it.
So are they? Is that what they're saying? It's like, hey, like what? Like just for now to cool down until it cools down, go do an international trip. Because that would make sense, right? Because the thing is, we know for a fact, like factually so, Charlotte is fantastic at her job. And she is so well respected by people in Fontaine. But I guess if she's doing her job if she's finding out like itty bitty gritty stuff about like business and stuff like that. That's her job. She's a journalist.
Lady Ningguang knows so much
That's her
about
job.
my situation. Does she know my boss or something?
Paimon wouldn't be surprised. She seems to know everyone and everything.
Lady Ningguang also welcomes the two of you to join, if you're interested.
Oh, you didn't tell me you were best buddies with Lady Ningguang.
Oh, Paimon wouldn't go that far. We've just been invited to the Jade Chamber as honored guests a couple times.
You know, we're humble bragging, but we deserve it. We deserve it. Fine, but you deserve to humble brag as well.
But anyway, if Ningguang wants to discuss work stuff with Charlotte, it's probably gonna be best if we stay out of the way, right?
Up to Ningguang. Up to them as well.
Maybe we can go ask around about the card snatcher while you have your meeting with
That's good.
Ningguang.
I would like to see Ningguang though.
Are you sure?
Yes, no trouble at all. We can check our old haunts.
All right, thanks. Then I'll leave you to it. Let's catch up and swap notes later. I'm actually pretty excited to meet
She's
Lady
fantastic.
Ningguang, so
She's
I don't want to keep
fantastic.
her waiting.
Very well. Please, Mademoiselle Charlotte, follow me.
When they invented Ningguang as a
See you two
character,
later.
Charlotte, they legally.
Sounds like Charlotte's a top-notch
She is. She's fantastic.
Paimon's not sure what that exclusive news is all about, but it definitely sounds like a big deal.
I was gonna say when they invented the word elegance to describe Ningguang, they actually like mihoyo. Like they actually went to the courts, the worldwide court of courts, and they got the word elegance like stricken. It can't be used for anything but describing Ningguang now because it just fits her so well. You know what I mean?
And if she manages to write up an article about this card snatcher case, we'll be featured in her exclusive news too.
Yeah, which is gonna be cool.
It feels like we're about to become famous.
I mean, we are already famous.
Yep, you're right. Okay, why don't we start asking
Like, technically.
around at the docks? There's always a lot of people coming and going. Maybe someone's seen people trading cards.
And I can't like give any crap to Paimon for humble bragging. You guys know how many times in Liyue Quest have I been like, I know Ningguang, okay? To like characters. I'm like, we could solve this by talking to Ningguang. Let's just talk to Ningguang. I know Ningguang. I even did it on Fontaine recently. I know Nicolette. Come on. Like, I am very much like, if it helps us in this game, I will name drop like crazy. And we've used it before. Remember in the, actually in the Yelon quest. If you remember, guys, we actually used, they even said it to us, like, oh yeah, you're respected by Ningguang, you're respected by everybody. It makes sense that you would like not, that we could trust your judgment and all this stuff. It, like, it's smart to use that type of like connection to help.
Hi there, can we ask you a question?
Sure, go ahead. I'll,
Nope, sneezing. Bless you.
Answer as best I can.
Have you noticed anyone here collecting card backs for Genius Invocation TCG recently?
Card backs? No, I'm afraid not. Sorry. Just before, a girl in Inazuman attire walked by and I've
What?
been sneezing nonstop.
Oh,
since.
Kirara? Because she's a cat, you're allergic to cats?
Take care of yourself and get well soon. We'll keep asking around.
I'll be alright. While the Millilith stands guard, evil shall never prevail.
He's got this. He's got this. Okay, so it's a very like classic Genshin mission. Go talk to people, right? Like go have a chat with people, get some information. We talked about this from the start when we played Genshin.
Ask you about something.
Oh, sure, ask away. The ship's already set sail anyway, so I've got all the time in the world.
Have you seen anyone around here recently collecting card backs? You know, for that really popular game, Genius Invocation TCG?
Collecting card backs? I've definitely seen people around here playing the game, but I'm usually preoccupied with thinking about the sea. I've never paid too much attention to it.
It's fine. We'll ask someone else.
Oh, I really can't afford to wake up late next time.
Yeah, no, it's again, this is the stuff I love. I've talked about it since we started playing Genshin. Like, you learn so much about the world just by talking to just normal NPCs, and like having those little interactions feels so good.
Hey there, got a question for you.
Hello. Ask away. If it's fish you want, I've got all the answers.
Actually, it's not about fish. We were just wondering, since you're here all day running your stall, have you seen anyone collecting card backs for Genius Invocation TCG?
Genius Invocation, TCG. Afraid I don't know anything about that. People come here for blackback bass, but not card backs.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
Sorry to bother you then. We'll try our luck somewhere else.
Don't you want to buy some fish to take with you? All my fish are super fresh, you know.
Well, this got off to a slow start. Let's try somewhere else.
Like, we didn't get anything out of it. Oh my freaking god.
Huh? Paimon knows that voice.
Jesus. What?
Nice to see you again, Traveler and Paimon.
This is so freaking good.
Very well, thank you.
Oh.
Even better now that you're here.
Oh, same with you. That's so nice,
Captain
but it's you.
Dado needed to return to Liyue to take care of some business, so I've been taking the chance to get to walk around town. It's a nice surprise to run into you two here.
So
Looks like
awesome.
you have questions. May I be of any help?
No, I just love, okay, I guess we do need help, but I just want to talk to you really badly. We got to see Kazuha. What an event.
I see. Well, the harbor breeze is as peaceful and pleasant as ever. I don't believe that the card snatcher you're looking for has been through here.
Huh. Okay.
I'm not sure if that's good news or bad in your
Yeah.
eyes.
Oh my god, I love
By
him.
the way, it seems there's a competition being held nearby.
Yeah?
I stopped to have a look. This Genius Invocation TCG. It seems to be immensely popular at the
Yeah,
moment.
Kazuha. Look at his perfect hair. And perfect face and
No,
perfect
I
outfit.
haven't. I have quietly observed from the side. The captain brought a small box aboard recently that
His
contained
voice,
a
his
variety
soft
of
voice.
beautifully illustrated cards. She enjoys playing with the crew while enjoying a few drinks. A few too many, perhaps.
And of course he appreciates the art.
Casket of Tomes. It's what you use to carry your cards in, and it helps you find players nearby too.
Yeah, it's very
You
cool.
should give it a try, Kazuha. The rules are pretty easy to pick up, and then you'll have a fun game to play with your friends.
There you go. It's a perfect chance to learn. It's actually very simple as well.
Forging friendship through card-based combat does sound quite delightful.
Delightful was
All
meant
right,
to
then.
pass through your lips,
Show me the
Kazuha.
ropes, if you please.
Like, did you hear the way he says delightful? It's like the word was meant for him. Delightful. Delightful. Like it can't be said any other way now.
Paimon's watched the Traveler play a ton of times, so even Paimon's a master invocator now. After we teach you the rules, we'll also have to get you a Casket of Tomes.
But what about this card snatcher you're looking for? Is not dealing
No.
with that
It
more
can
urgent at
wait a
present?
bit.
Oh, good point.
Yeah, we did promise Shara we'd help.
So caught up chatting with our old
Yeah.
friend that she nearly forgot about our promise to our new friend. Now where should we go
There's Kirara again. That's so interesting. We just got to see Kazuha like that now.
over there? Isn't that the Inazuman courier who Diona was
The
chatting
yokai.
with back in Mondstadt? What's she doing here?
Ah, I just noticed the logo at her waist. Isn't that Komaniya Express?
Huh? Do you know that company, Kazuha?
Yes, I've heard of it. They provide delivery services in Inazuma.
But now they're doing international, which is awesome.
Looks like she's having some trouble. Why don't we go and introduce ourselves?
It's so cool. Again, this is why I can't wait to do events next year, guys. Seeing characters like this. You take that break, by the way, recorder of this. You take that break. You take that break and you relax and you come back later. Kazuha's still with us.
Which way is it from here?
Such a sweet voice. This girl has such a sweet voice.
Hey there, you look lost. Need any help?
You frightened the life out of me.
No. Yes, but no. You know what I mean? Amazing, but I didn't expect that. Amazing.
Hey there, you look lost. Need any help?
You frightened the life out of me. Huh?
Oh my god.
Oh, I recognize you. Weren't you at the Cat's Tail in Mondstadt?
Great design. Such a sick design.
Paimon, and these two are the Traveler and Kaidahara Kazuha. It's a strange coincidence running into you again.
Hello. Hello. My name's Kirara.
Two
I'm a
hellos.
courier for Inazuma's Komaniya Express.
I know Komaniya Express is widely praised for its punctual and safe delivery services, but I wasn't aware that the company had started
So
operating
awesome.
internationally.
No, her saying hello, it's in different tones, right? Like it's saying it to different people is such a small little character trait that you can add to your characters as you're writing your character. Like it's such a small thing, and like people won't even take notice of it. People won't be even, like most people would just like move past it. But like if you really think about it, it's like you don't know many people in real life who like when they meet two new people at the exact same time, they go, hello, hello. You know what I mean? And it's such a small thing, right? That shows like a little like inkling into like what type of like character she would be. She got a little bit frightened and did the whole meow thing. And also she's seems to be like very, very like friendly, very excitable. To say hello to someone twice, you have to be incredibly friendly in some way, right? It's sweet. It's a very sweet thing.
Wow, it's rare to meet a fellow Inazuman abroad. Our company just recently began expanding its services overseas, which is great for me because now I basically get paid to travel all around the world.
Really awesome,
The
Kirara.
only downside is I sometimes get a bit lost when it's my first time in a new city.
Right. To be expected.
Sometimes, when I'm running late, I even have to change back into my original form and climb over
Show
walls
us.
to make sure the parcel's on time.
That'd be so cool.
Do you happen to know the way to the Wangsheng funeral parlor? I feel like I've been going in circles all day.
We do.
Yeah, we know the place. We'll show you the
Are we gonna get to see Hu Tao?
You will?
Or Zhongli?
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart. Her hair is beautiful. Her hair is absolutely stunning. At the back especially, it's so pretty. Yeah, this is so good. Seeing all these characters again for the first. My batteries are low. It's okay. I have batteries. But no, it's so freaking cool seeing these characters again. And that's exactly like one of the reasons why like I cannot wait to do events next year. The idea of like being able to like, you know, having people just show up randomly. You know, that's something that is so appealing to me. Characters you haven't seen in like, you know, a while. Having like, you know, Xing Shou show up or like, again, in this case, it's Hu Tao! They are spoiling me.
Down on the ground, the dice spin around, while high in the sky, the sun shines
You tell him! You tell him!
That last line could use some work.
Oh my god, they're spoiling me. This is spoiling. Not spoiling as in story spoilers, as in like spoiling me rotten. Like I'm a spoiled child.
Oh, why, it's the Traveler and Paimon. What brings
We're
you
bringing
here?
Kirara here, but like double we get to see you. Awesome.
And I see you've brought some friends, clients, business partners, and associates.
Again, it's the little things that I love that the voice actors do as well, not just in the dialogue, you know, like the, like, and again, you could say like that's just her breathing out, but she did it in her voice. She did it in Hu Tao's like, you know, inflections. Like that little part there. I know it sounds so weird to say, but like it's the tiny little things that add to each character, and you notice different things in every single character's voice, right? And like we pointed out several times before as well, it's so good.
Maybe leave the introductions to Paimon. This is Kazuha Kazuha.
You've never met Kazuha? Well, I guess that makes sense, Inazuma.
Hello. It is an honor to meet you.
Look at this man. Look at this man, Hu Tao.
Greetings, old friends and new. So, what brings you all to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor this fine day? Wait, don't tell me. Is it our latest promotion? One touch that you journeyed
Her
all
eyes.
this way?
No, we were just giving Kirara directions.
No, she needs the business. She doesn't need the business, but like, we admire her business
Hello,
savviness.
ma'am. Are you Director Hu Tao of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor? I'm your Komania Express courier, and we have a delivery for you. I just need to ask you for a signature.
Great stuff. Great stuff.
Let me see.
We're
Yes,
hardworking today.
I've been expecting this. Delivery services these days make everything so much easier. I used to have to send my consultant running to and fro for this kind of thing. Say, Kirara, how flexible is your company in terms of delivering different types of goods? How about a living person?
Yeah, get
and
the
what
business.
about someone who's more in between alive and dead?
Yeah, business. I love her so much. Kirara, we're talking about dead bodies here and almost dead bodies. We gotta deliver them. We gotta deliver them fast. Oh, is it? Oh my god. Oh, the tree looks at the same time?
Guess that's a no.
You know what those tree looks were? If we could skip back a little bit here, what those three looks were. I want to describe what they were exactly. Watch this now. Watch this looks, okay. Look, it's Paimon's like, not again. Wander's like, not again. And Kazuha's like, does she do this all the time?
Guess that's a no. Well, maybe we can talk about potentially expanding your company's services.
Yeah, get
sometime.
into the dead body business, Kirara.
Trouble you to take a moment and leave a 5-star
Oh
review?
my god, that's so sweet.
5 stars? Well, that's an odd number. Let's make it an even 6. No, much too low. Services good deserves at least 8. In fact, 9. 1 extra for going the extra mile.
Yeah, exactly.
5 stars will be plenty, really. But your enthusiasm means a lot.
Aw. My heart is warmed.
All right, I should be on my way now. Thanks again for the directions.
Did you handle all the deliveries?
No, not necessarily.
My heart is so warmed right now.
Lately, so the company has hired lots of new staff. But I handle all the international deliveries because I'm the quickest. I am a yokai after all.
So chances are that we'll see you on the road again soon.
That'd be great. That'd be great.
Well, I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Although, hopefully next time it won't be because I'm wrong.
Oh, it's so cool seeing Hu Tao. Hu Tao with a little wave. Hu Tao's nails are so pretty. They're so pretty.
I heard you reciting a poem just now, Director Hu. May I ask from where you drew your inspiration?
Oh, do you share a liking for poetry as well?
I am being spoiled. Kazuha and Hu Tao talking about poetry together.
Once in a while, I throw words at each other and see what sticks.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, there's no need for self-deprecation. I've seen people from all walks of life. And I can tell just from the way your sleeves flutter in the wind that you are a man of culture.
Oh my god, game recognizes game.
Anyway, I'm preparing for the tournament final that will be held shortly. Anyone feeling poetic? I need ideas.
Tournament final? Ooh, you mean the Genius Invocation TCG tournament?
Yeah, that's the one. My next opponent is no small fry. Most of the time he's so unassuming you couldn't pick him out of a crowd. But during this tournament, it's like he sprang up out of the ground like a whopper flower and took the competition completely by surprise.
Destroy him.
So
You gotta destroy him.
I have a strong feeling that this will be a tough battle to win.
Then shouldn't you be focusing on your strategy? How is writing poetry gonna help?
Because skill doesn't thrill unless you've also got style.
Skills unless you also got style.
Let me give you an example you'd be more familiar with. To make a great dish, it takes not just flavor, but presentation too. Ever heard the saying, it takes two flint to light a fire? The same principle applies when you're trying to make an impression.
That sounds like it makes sense.
That also fits Hu Tao so much, because like one of the things I talk about Hu Tao all the time is, look at that, look where I paused poor Paimon on. One of the things I love about Hu Tao so much is that like she just doesn't get embarrassed. And like, while like, you know, there's nothing wrong with getting embarrassed. In terms of her character, I love how she will just recite poetry really loudly on top of like this in public here, like this, you know, and she will like run up to someone like and talk to them right. And again, so, you know, personal space is important too, I understand that, but I just love a character who has like so much like a lack of like the word shame. I don't know if that means different in like different countries, because in Ireland when you say like, he has no shame, it can be an insult, but also I think that in some cases I do think it as a compliment as well, because like to me in Ireland sometimes when you say you have no shame, it means like this person is like so confident they don't care what anyone thinks about them, and it's like, oh, don't you have any shame, you know, it can be bad. But I mean it in a good way this time, where I just really feel like it's so cool to see a character who just does not give a damn as to what people think about her. I love it so much. And she's so eccentric. She's such like a vibrant personality. She's so out there. She's so like, she does give, to me, like she gives a very, very lively impression, you know?
Or does it? Oh, Paimon can never tell with Hu Tao.
And I love it. I love it with Hu Tao.
In duels to the death, some samurai pay each other respects before the fight. Often, the two opponents find they have much in common.
See? New guy gets
New
it.
guy.
What did I say? A man of culture.
I could just watch them
You
talk all
flatter
day.
me, Director Hu. In my humble opinion, you could try incorporating your competitive aspirations into your lines. Or perhaps some words to intimidate your opponent.
Oh, we have an expert among us.
This is the best.
Why don't you play a match with me? It'll help me warm up and maybe find some creative
Great.
inspiration.
Really cool.
As much as I'd like to oblige, I'm afraid that I haven't
Well, he's only
played
learning,
before.
yeah.
I don't even have my own deck.
Perfect! Paimon really wants to watch you play. How about Paimon gives Kazuha a crash course right now?
Since everyone is so willing to offer their help, how can I refuse?
This is awesome. So awesome. Paimon explains the rules of Genius Invocation TCG to Kazuha.
So there you have it. Those are the rules. Paimon also included a few little tips and tricks she's picked up from watching the Traveler play. Well, think you can handle it from here, Kazuha?
I think I've got it. Thank you, Paimon Sensei.
Oh my god, Paimon Sensei.
Sensei? Wow, Paimon's never been called that before.
And you deserve it. You deserve it, Paimon.
Well, Kazuha, ready to go one-on-one against Liyue's most notorious backstreet poet?
this is the best. And again, like I've explained before why I love like these interactions, right? Because they're interactions you don't get to see very often. But it's also like, you know, this is how I know they're just amazing characters, right? They're just so fantastic. Is the fact that like, and I think I said this in the last event too, how like if I did a random thing in my head where I went, you know what, let's put Sino, you know, together with Jean. It's like instantly that's an interesting story. Already it's interesting. You want to see what's happening. How do they deal out justice? How do they both handle problems? Like almost instantly it's like that's such an amazing thing to see. And then you go like, oh, Sino and I'm trying to think of another character maybe from Fontaine. Sino and you know, Linny. Put Sino and Linny together. Are you telling me you would want to see that interaction and that conversation because they're such good characters? You know, they could tell a good story together. You know what I mean? You could have like, you know, a whole thing about like Sino wanting to be a performer and maybe wanting to be a comedian on stage, and Linny's there like giving him pointers how to do it, and like that's the whole thing. Sino's big moment and Linny's gonna help. Like you could do so many things, and that's why they're such good characters that they can almost like you can put any one of them into a bowl and like mix it together and it tastes great. Really, yes. It is.
Thank you for the opportunity, Director Who.
And like in this case, it's like the really eccentric and out there Hu Tao, who is able to talk to anybody at any moment, and the kind of like quiet and reserved, but very artistic and honestly like very like open-hearted character of Kazuha. Of course they're going to mix together very well, and it makes for a very interesting conversation. It's awesome. Like he can like, because the thing is like, I think a lot of people in this game, like they show like a lot of people can't tolerate Hu Tao sometimes because she's so out there. I love her to pieces. But I feel like someone like Kazuha who has his heart so open, you know, is perfect for someone like Hu Tao, really.
Any last words before the duel begins?
One moment. Okay, I think I've got something.
Like right before a duel?
Wow, that was fast. All right, say your piece, Challenger.
Her nails, so pretty.
Whoa, things are really heating up.
Yeah. Well, the breathe in and the out.
Minds like sharp blades clash. Friendship
Oh my
forged
God.
through cards and dice. Autumn leaves
Oh.
burn bright.
Oh my God.
I, Kaedehara Kazuha, humbly accept this
In
duel.
love, in love, in love.
The birds are chirping.
Look at this.
The weather's so nice. Watch me roll 6 pyro dice.
That's so...
Director Who of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is ready for
And her
battle.
one was like way more erratic, like zooming in and out and like doing different angles so quickly. No, it was awesome. She did a great job. She did a fantastic job.
My turn. Chi?
You see what I mean? She doesn't think about it. She doesn't get embarrassed. There's no embarrassment. It's awesome.
I am
I mean, it's your first
defeated.
time.
It's no wonder that Director Who has earned a spot in the tournament finals.
Talk about an exciting match, though. Good thing I was able to send off all those summons of yours. I have to say, it's hard to believe that this was your first time playing.
I owe it all to Paimon Sensei's
There she is,
teaching.
Paimon Sensei.
Huh? You really mean that?
Paimon Sensei is the best teacher. Do not pick the bottom one. Do not! Don't you dare!
Hey, Paimon's always been able to float in the air.
Paimon is the best. Well, I'm going to pretend to pick the
Kazuha,
first one.
Did you enjoy Genius and Vacation TCG?
Yes, indeed. There is a good variety of card abilities, and the tempo of the match can swing in an instant. I understand now why it's become so popular across
It is a fun
the
game,
vat.
and it's very like
Seems
simplistic in a
the
lot of
world's
ways, you know?
gained yet another TCG
Ka-ching!
player.
Ka-ching! When did you get here?
Insane.
Shortly after
Insane.
these two had begun their match, everyone seemed so focused on the game that I didn't want to interrupt.
So good to see her as well.
You must be Kaedehara Kazuha? Your reputation precedes you. It's an honor
An
to finally
honor,
meet you.
Kazuha.
Please, the honor is all mine. I have heard great things about the esteemed Yuheng from Captain Beidou.
I said Kai is a charmer. Kazuha's not even tried to charm people, but he sounds like the most charming person you've ever seen in your life.
Just call me Kuching. You played very well indeed,
Hu Tao just leaving.
considering it was your first time. I'm impressed. If we ever have the opportunity, I too would like to play a match with you.
That'd be sick.
Wow, Kazuha's already lined up his next opponent.
Why so surprised?
Oh, she's just walking around in the
Everyone
background?
at Yujing Terrace is
Get it,
playing
Hu Tao.
Genius and Vacation TCG these days. I also play from time to time, when time permits.
Showing
It
how
would be my
popular it is,
pleasure
right?
to join you for a match. However, I can't borrow the Traveler's deck forever. Our match might have to wait until after I manage to obtain my own casket of tomes.
Oh, that shouldn't be a problem. When we get back to the tournament venue, I'll ask a member of the Genius Invocation TCG Society to provide one for you.
There has to be like to me, like a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh on the team as well, because there's definitely an energy here, not in the same characters, but you guys would agree with me if you've played Yu-Gi-Oh. There's definitely an energy here of like how Joey Wheeler, you know, was like borrowing cards and like getting cards from Yugi, and like he was just getting whatever cards he could. And then eventually, like, you know, he went to, you know, went to the grandfather's card shop, but like, and while he would always lose at first, you know, eventually he would like be like the person he would root for the most as well. And while Kazuha is not Joey Wheeler, I'm saying there is kind of like a nice little like parallel there as well of like, you know, having someone who isn't that great at the game just starting off at the game, while someone like us canonically in this game is apparently very good at this game too. I'm not saying that, like, by the way, like, because I know some people like hate comparisons in the world, and I say this all the time and you guys agree with me. Comparisons are not like, in some cases they're bad because you don't want to compare yourself to other people, but in terms of video games, like the only reason why people, the Genshin fans get so worried about comparisons, I'm not saying you guys, but Genshin fans like out there get worried about comparison size, because there was such a comparison to Breath of the Wild to the point that it was used to bring down Genshin in a lot of ways. But when I compare something to another thing, I'm not saying that it took it or stole it. I'm saying that this is what it reminds me of. It's not that it's the same story. It's very different. I always like to say that because like I really feel like on the internet nowadays, you know, you could be like, this game reminds me of this game and it's awesome, and they go, it's nothing like this game, you know? I'm glad that you guys understand that though, because you guys have never once given me crap about like comparisons, and I do love that about my audience. I really do.
And please don't think about
Look
returning
who
the
tells in the
favor.
back.
I assure you, it's no inconvenience. Besides, a friend of the traveler is a friend of
It's
us
so nice
all.
what they're doing, giving him a free deck. So nice. Thanks, Kaching.
I am grateful for your kindness, Kaching.
Pleasure. Also, Hu Tao, the final is about to start. I just came to
just
make sure
walking
you're
around,
aware.
you popped up behind her.
Don't worry. It might look like my mind's on other things, but I'm still
She's
listening.
fantastic.
Thorough preparation is the key to victory, after all.
Will you all be coming with us to the venue?
There's something I wanted to discuss first.
All right.
You see what I mean when she has no embarrassment, and I love that about her. I love it.
Investigating a card snatcher. Have any of you seen someone going around collecting Genius Invocation card backs recently?
Card backs? You mean like the kind with the treasure chest design on it?
Yes, exactly.
So she knows.
Funny. The word snatcher didn't come to mind when I saw him. He struck me as more of a potential client.
Oh, for real?
I saw him playing a match against Chongyun this morning. He said that whoever lost would have to hand over their card back.
So it is.
It
Oh
was
my,
close,
stop.
but he managed to beat Chongyun in the end. After the match, he wiped the sweat from his forehead, took the card back from Chongyun, and left.
Sounds like we need to go talk to Chongyun then.
Please.
In that case, try Wangsheng. I think that's where he should be.
If I may ask, what else is this alleged card snatcher suspected
Kaching
of
wants to know if
doing?
it's happening inside of her, inside of Liyue. She wants to
We don't
know.
too much about him, apart from his obsession with card backs. But apparently, he's stolen other players' cards before.
Which sucks so bad.
I see. I'll inform the Millilith to be on the lookout for this individual. But while he's still at large, make sure you stay safe.
I think I'll go with the traveler to Uwang Hill.
All right, see you later.
Good luck in the final, director. Yeah,
With
no,
so
please
many
win.
people rooting for me, I'm sure the match will be over before I can say Hugh.
You. Honestly, so amazing seeing her. So good. Did you see the way she popped up behind Kaching?
Go find Chongyun.
Like, again, I will never, ever make fun of somebody. Yeah, you take a rest. I will never, ever make fun of somebody for, there he is, for being eccentric, for being out there, for, like, actually, like, you know, for not having, like, because again, there's embarrassment's okay. Everyone gets embarrassed. But I just love who Tao has that ability to just do anything in public, and she does not care. Oh, wow. This is the first time we've heard him talk, probably showing him talk since the last event that we did anyway.
I'm sure we'll find her.
Chongyun, we found you.
Paimon, traveler.
Oh, excited.
And
It's Kazuha.
Hello, I am Kaedehara Kazuha.
hi, I'm Chongyun, an exorcist from Liyue. Long story short, this boy lost his friend while they were playing hide and seek.
And of course, Shanggung is gonna help. Absolute sweetheart.
Told little you not to hide anywhere too far away, but I've looked everywhere, and I still can't find her.
Uh-oh. It could be dangerous to get lost out here
Oh
in
yeah,
the
your
wilderness.
Paimon is so dangerous. Are you kidding me?
We'll help look for her too. Did you see which direction she went?
Yeah, I kind of peeked a little bit when I was counting. She went that way.
Okay, then let's start looking in that direction.
Great. Not great that they're missing, but great that we're gonna find them. You know what I mean? Or try to find them.
Little you? Little you? Where are you?
But it's a very normal thing for Paimon and Wander to want to do this, and Kazuha would totally want to do this
branch and
too.
some trampled grass. It looks like the girl was
A
hiding
true
here.
wanderer is Kazuha.
Guess that means we're on the right track.
You know what I mean?
Not the treasure hoarders again. Oh, let's hope little you didn't run it.
Jesus Christ, that was powerful.
Seriously, why are we always running into these guys?
Look at Kazuha, he's like
Hey,
consoling
everyone.
the kid
Have a look at this.
when the fight was going on. Sweetheart.
Are those genius invocation cards?
What?
Oh, I know that one. It belongs to little you.
They didn't try to take the cards off
Her
little
dad
you.
gave her a deck, and it's
The
her
poor
favorite
gal.
thing. She takes it with her everywhere.
So little you is definitely here. But there's a fork in the road up ahead. Oh, which way should we go?
Wait a moment. Did little Yu's father also give her a small box to store the cards?
Yeah, a casket of tomes. I have one too.
Oh, of course. Why didn't I think of that?
Right, you can look in your
Yes.
very players. Yeah, exactly.
As long as
Very
she
smart.
still has the box with her, we should be able to determine her location.
Quick, get our casket of tomes out.
Yeah, that's so smart. And you have the different locations as well.
Let's see. There's Changyun and little Feng. Aha! There's another player over there. That must be little you.
Yeah, no, I love that they're showing like little character details so many times in these missions, like showing Kazuha like consoling the kid as soon as the fight is over.
Little you.
Little.
Oh, the poor sweetheart.
I'm sorry.
Oh, don't be
I
sorry.
shouldn't have gone so far
You're a
away.
kid.
I was trying to find
Yeah.
a hiding place, but then I saw a bunch of really angry-looking guys, and I got scared. So I ran till I ended.
Don't.
Don't
Oh my
worry.
God. Yeah, don't worry
We've
about
already
it.
taken care of the bad
They're
guys. But Uwang Hill is full of yin energy. You shouldn't be playing in a place like this.
Yes, sir. We won't do it again. Thanks, everyone.
The player here is getting trigger happy like I do sometimes.
For rescuing me.
Of course. Now, don't go running off. Hang tight for a moment, and I'll walk you both home.
So sweet.
Paimon's glad she was okay.
Exactly.
too.
Yeah.
Good on Kazuha for coming up with the casket of tomes.
He's resourceful. He's extremely resourceful.
How did the rest of us not think of that? Huh. Guess we use it so often when we're playing cards that it didn't occur to us to use it for anything else.
I think it's also just smart that they write a character who was on the run for a long time in Inazuma and would have to survive, like, you know, whether it's on the seas or like all by himself sometimes. Like, to have a character be so resourceful in that sense, it makes perfect sense.
What a nifty little gadget. The Sumeru scholars who invented it must be super brainy. Oh, by the way, Changyun, we wanted to ask you about something.
Get to have a chat with Xiangyun now.
Oh, I knew there was something fishy about his obsession with card backs. I can't believe it. I let a thief slip right through my fingers.
It's okay.
Whoa. Deep breaths.
Calming himself down.
Stay calm.
It's so okay.
It's not your fault. You didn't know what his intentions were.
Yeah, exactly.
If I'd been in your shoes and he invited me to a duel on the same terms, I doubt I'd have sensed anything untoward either.
100%. And you didn't know about this, yeah.
He's crafty. If you're not paying attention, he'll just steal the card he wants. And if that doesn't work, he'll come up with some other way to get his hands on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Did he happen to say anything after he got the card back?
Not a lot. He seemed to be in a hurry. He just packed up his things and then left for the docks. But I did hear him grumbling about how far away Inazuma is, and how he wasn't looking forward to the boat
Oh my God, we're going to Inazuma.
This guy sure talks to himself a lot. Well, it sounds like a pretty solid lead, so Paimon thinks we should follow it. But first, we should stop by the venue.
Then I guess I'll take little Fong and little Yu
Thank
home
you so
now.
much, Xiangyun.
Though I'd really rather help track down that thief.
No, you're doing something amazing here, like, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. When I get back, I should probably meditate for a while to calm myself down.
Of course.
Thanks for your concern.
And like, bringing these kids home is your task for the day. Doing this, like, you know, is just as important. Making sure those kids go home safely after everything that happened.
Paimon, or did things suddenly get gloomier here after Changyun left?
Oh my god.
Huh. Come on,
Are the exorcists all the ghosts hiding from him, I wonder? That's really cool. Yeah, and again, we talked about little details, and I guess, like, you know, today I'm noticing them more and more for some reason, but we always do notice like little details, I feel like. Or you guys be able to tell, you know, something, but I think just in terms of like the way that, like, it's because maybe, you know what it is? I think it's because so many characters like are just being like, you know, portrayed in different situations now, like, and in very like active situations maybe in these events, and not just coming up to talk sometimes. What's so interesting is that, like, you know, you'll have Xiangyun, who is like a very anxious character in a lot of ways, like, in like trying to calm himself down, have to meditate later, you know? Another really cool character that didn't introduce here, but like it's bringing back here as well. So we have to go to see who won. Hopefully Hu Tao won. If Hu Tao didn't win, I will probably do a complaint, like a little bit of a complaint. That's all. Like, and when I say a complaint, like, I mean, like, you know, like I will actually like get someone in big trouble and fight them. You know what I mean? I'll take out the Favonius lance. All you're gonna hear is lament. You know, just a little lament. Just a little lament is all you're gonna hear. Come on, Hu Tao. Come on, Hu Tao. Watch this, he's up against Xiao now, and I have to like...
What an incredible match. Truly mesmerizing to watch two players compete at such a high level.
That artwork is amazing, the back artwork.
What? We missed the final again? Ugh, Paimon was hoping we'd at least get to catch a glimpse of the final.
Seems like it's a normal thing now for us.
Did you find Chongyun? Everything goes smoothly?
There were a few hiccups along the way, but in the end, it all turned out fine. So Hu Tao, did you win your match?
Of course. It didn't go quite as Hugh as I'd expected.
Quite as Hugh.
But all
Look
in
at her.
all, it was still a good old wham bam, I'd like to thank my fam. My opponent was no pushover. We both took out a couple of each other's character cards before it came down to the decisive round. I closed my eyes, held my breath, and clenched the dice tightly in my hand as I prayed for the blessings of all my supporters in the audience. Both visible and invisible. Wink, wink.
Wink, wink.
Can you guess what happened next?
Please say you won.
Channeling all my skill and style, with a flick of the wrist, I released the dice from my hands and shouted my battle cry at the top of my lungs.
Watch me roll 6 pyro dice!
Exactly.
And lo and behold, when the dice came to rest, I counted precisely 6 of the pyro persuasion. It was all over before I could say, Pyre, pants on fire.
Yes, Hu Tao.
Wow.
This is what I'm talking about. The fact that she can go like use the word like use the word fam and like, and then Kaching does the exact thing that we all feel sometimes. You know, when our friend is like that. You know, that friend who like says anything and does anything and like, but they're really sweet anyway. So you're kind of like, okay, like she kind of laughs to herself. You know, like she's so eccentric and she's just so out there. And I love how she just doesn't care. She's like doing all her own stuff. She's unapologetically herself. You know what I mean? And I adore that about Hu Tao.
Oh, it worked like a charm!
Director Hu's playstyle is rapid but graceful, like a lone butterfly navigating the depths of a forest.
There we go.
With a little luck beneath her wings, she soared above the competition.
Listen to that.
Luck is a key ingredient in every success. Wouldn't you
No,
agree,
Hu Tao did
Traveler?
pure skill all the time.
Oh, it's neat.
It's so good seeing her as well.
Finished with your business meeting?
Look at her design too.
Yep. I have to say, the Tian Xuan has a very incisive mind. She's extremely insightful. I gotta admit, I'm kind of envious of Baiwen now. Oh, wow. You must be Kaidahara Kazuha.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Charlotte.
He's so charming.
First the Traveler,
With no effort.
now Kazuha. Feels like I've been inducted into the Tevat Heroes Club.
Heck yeah.
I remember when you made the headlines of the Steambird.
It's so good to see one as well.
Blocks the Muso no Hitotachi. You captured the public imagination in Fontaine for some time.
Yeah. I mean, imagine it would. Like, that was such an amazing moment.
I had no idea I was up against such a legendary warrior in our card duel earlier.
You wouldn't ever unless someone said he's not going to brag.
That's all in the past now. I count myself as the fortunate one today for this chance to make so
and
many
he's all
new
about moving
friends.
forward as well. Look at Ningguang.
Today is indeed a momentous day to have brought us all together.
Great voice as well.
I propose that I treat everyone to a meal to mark the occasion.
Are you serious?
If it pleases you all.
You serious?
Oh, sounds like it's victory meal time. Count me in.
That sounds incredible,
You'll have to excuse me
Ningguang.
for a moment while I wrap things up at the tournament venue. I'll join you all
Okay,
later.
see you, Kaching.
This is great. We can have a nice hearty meal and get a good sleep tonight before heading off to Inazuma
makes perfect sense as well.
Inazuma, does this mean you found a new lead on the card snatcher?
Sure did. Investigating is what we do best. Well, okay, guess luck played a part in it too.
I still have some things to take care of here in Liyue, so I'm afraid I won't be able to accompany
Okay, that
you
makes
to
sense. You
Inazuma.
traveled all the way here.
But remember to keep working on your genius invocation skills. You never know when Paimon Sensei will show up for a surprise inspection.
You really care for your students, Paimon Sensei, is what we actually said.
I also heard some things about this card snatcher you're pursuing.
Ningguang, I would expect no less. You didn't have to find anything for us, but I would expect no less, you know? Yeah, it's so good seeing all these characters together. And I talked about Ningguang in the one thing I like about every single character, but like her design is just like it again. It's like, and the word elegance just comes to mind.
Already? Wow. Nothing gets past
No,
me
she's
on
fantastic. She's fantastic.
A new card back appeared on the market recently. It's extremely rare and bears an image of a treasure chest. Some players are willing to pay exorbitant amounts of more
And this
for
is just in
things of this
Mondstadt?
nature, as they believe they can improve their
This is what I'm talking about in terms of design. Sorry for interrupting Ningguang. In fact, I'm going to skip back in a second just because I feel very rude as to what I just did here. Interrupting Ningguang should have me beheaded. This is, again, everything about this design is just perfect to me. It's just one of those perfect designs. The hair color, like the red going down in the middle of right, like the eyeshadow, the color of the outfit. Yeah, I'm going to go back because interrupting Ningguang should be
Already?
I should be beheaded, honestly.
Nothing gets past Ningguang, huh?
A new card back appeared on the market recently. It's extremely rare and bears an image of a treasure chest. Some players are willing to pay exorbitant amounts of more for things of this nature, as they believe they can improve their luck. So I looked into them briefly to see whether there was any genuine commercial value in them. I quickly learned that every card back with that particular design had been scooped up overnight.
Oh, wow.
There's not a single one left in all of Liyue.
Because I guess we said I got all the ones in Mondstadt, right? He said
I
that as
thought
well.
This might be just another case of a merchant hoarding goods in hopes of maximizing their profits. But once I heard more, I realized it must be the thief you are after.
Is there anything else unusual about these card backs other than their rarity?
Unfortunately, since I didn't manage to procure one for myself, I'm unable to say for sure. All I know is that despite being custom-made, they are not particularly exquisite. If they were, you can be sure I would have purchased one sooner.
Yeah, it makes sense. Makes perfect sense.
The mystery of this card snatcher gets more baffling at every turn.
It doesn't matter. Given how much he likes to talk to himself, he's sure to spill all his secrets sooner or later.
Every journey into the unknown is a mystery waiting to be solved. But often, it is encounters with the unexpected that make the journey all the more interesting. For instance, it was certainly a pleasant surprise for me today to meet top talents from all around Tibet.
And she talked about looked when she started as well. I think that like with Ningguang, she has that presence about her. Look at this, seeing doubles. She has a presence about her that is like so amazing, right? That is so incredible. And like we talk about characters that have and again, it's not that every, different characters don't have like that like kind of like otherworldly like leader presence, like that presence of someone who like you should like revere, because it's like we have characters we love, we have characters we adore, we have characters we revere, we have characters we love and revere as well. Ningguang has that presence where, and you see it even there, they do a good job of that every time she talks. Whenever she speaks, everyone like waits for her to like give her full point and give her full, Paimon's different because Paimon like, will have a conversation with anyone. But I really do think that they do such a good job of making her still uphold that presence even in events as well. A similar presence that she has, like I remember in Nouvelette when we first met him, I was talking about the idea of his presence as well. There's something so powerful about his presence. And I think like you could say Alhaitham as well, but I think the reason why I would say Alhaitham doesn't have the same presence because Alhaitham like is not trying to uphold a vibe that like not that they're being fake. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that like they have like a very important job to do, just like Alhaitham did also. But Alhaitham's job doesn't really involve making people, or like involve the idea of having to like worry about the lives of so many different people at any one given time. It did eventually step down from it. Yeah, we could talk about characters that have a presence. Like again, once we catch up, I want to make videos like that all the time. Like characters who have like such a godlike presence who aren't, you know, gods. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Even though like, you know, sovereign dragon and stuff like that. Because like, you know, when I talk about like Vaughn, for example, Scaramouche Vaughn has like a presence, but it's not the same type of presence you're talking about. Like when you see Vaughn coming, there is like an energy that changes, and every character has their own energy. But I think you guys get what I say about that, like presence, that almost like authoritative presence. The Raiden Shogun has a similar presence too. Obviously, like when we were talking about the light novels, it's too similar, as well. And I think Yae Miko has a presence as well, but it's way different also, because like she's more of a like she intentionally wants to make you think she's letting her guard down around you. You know what I mean? When she's like for sure not, you know? Speaking of the Raiden Shogun though, right? So fun to be back in Inazuma. I mentioned it previously, but being back in another world, like when we go back to regions, what it feels like to me sometimes is when I go back to Inazuma or Sumeru or Mondstadt, it feels like I'm homesick while I'm home, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Where it feels like, oh yeah, like I'm home, but it also feels like I'm missing home while I'm at home. It's not that it doesn't feel like home, it's that there's like this feeling of that homesick brings.
The two inventors of this game every time we see the posters.
You're not the only one. There's so little information to go off of that there's all sorts of wild speculations about them. Some people say that they invented the game after the God of Wisdom gave them an epiphany, while others say that they're not actually the inventors at all.
So there's so many different stories about them.
Have you two ever read a book called King of Invocations?
No. Haven't read it, no.
Well, it's a story about a young boy who gets possessed by the spirit of the Crocodile King and becomes a TCG player. It's quite fascinating. I made sure to read it before coming on this trip. Some people have even speculated that the author of the King of Invocations is the boy who was possessed, while the true inventors of the game are the Crocodile King and Ibis King from the legends.
Each of these theories gets more ridiculous than the last.
Yeah, exactly. But it's interesting because that's how stories work.
Came forward to deny these
especially
rumors.
Throughout the years.
But that only fueled the debate further, and the book's sales skyrocketed.
Right. Okay.
It can't be denied that the King of Invocations novels are a major part of why Genius Invocation TCG has become so popular. Just look at the venue. They're almost treating this like a national festival. I bet the book is going to sell more copies after this.
You can be sure that the Fox Lady is behind all this.
Fox Lady, you mean Yae Miko?
Fox Lady.
I hope we get to see her.
Yeah, Yae Miko. She's chief editor of the Yae Publishing House. Paimon can just imagine her eating some fried tofu as she instructs her editors to use this event to boost light novel sales.
Oh yes, I've been in that situation many times myself. Although in our case, the boss would be drinking coffee and talking about newspaper sales.
No, I love seeing Yae Miko.
Sounds like bosses are the same everywhere.
Round 3. I love what they call it rounds as well, right? Like it's an actual tournament. I hope it'd be so cool to see Yae Miko. Right? It would be so freaking neat. This player is one after my own heart, by the way. The way they just like dart around everywhere. It works so well for watching the events. I thank you so much.
The scenery in every nation is so different. This trip is really paying dividends.
Good thing that you're able to be so optimistic about it. It sounded like you were pretty much forced to come on this trip whether you wanted to or not. Huh? Wait. Is that how Paimon
Oh my god.
It's A!
I'm smiling so much. It's so good to see you.
Traveler, Paimon, we meet again.
How are you? It's been so long.
Who is this?
This is...
allow Paimon to
yeah, Paimon, you do.
Seems like that's all Paimon's been doing.
But it's been so... Paimon, you've been doing such a good job of it.
Anyway, this is Charlotte. She's a journalist from Fontaine. And this is A. She's...
Yep.
She's Inazuma's Archon.
Yep.
What? you mean Her Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Ogosho, God of Thunder? Hello.
The voice
Please
acting.
forgive me for not recognizing
The
you.
exact reaction you should have if you didn't know it was an Archon, right?
As a guest from afar, there's no need to be so formal.
Right, I mean, okay. Oh, each of your acquaintances is more impressive than the last.
It's awesome how starstruck
Nico
she is.
invited me here to experience the fun and festivities, along with everybody else.
Oh, Paimon gets it. The tournament venue is full of excitement and tasty food, and Miko didn't want you to miss out.
Yeah?
I guess I'll let you catch up for now. We can meet up later, just like
You don't want
last
to talk to the Raiden Shogun?
Sure thing. See ya, Charlotte.
The Raiden Shogun? And honestly, she's actually, very pleasant, you know?
Perhaps she felt a little intimidated.
You
by
do
me.
have an intimidation factor about you.
Ah,
You
she's
do.
probably fine. Don't worry, she didn't leave because of you.
Yeah.
We've split up like this in previous places we visited too. So, how do you like Genius Invocation TCG? Paimon bets you're enjoying watching the tournament matches.
Well, in fact, I myself am competing in the tournament.
Sick!
Wait, really?
So sick!
Why is that surprising? Playing cards is an ancient form of entertainment, and I was curious to see what card games are like in this day and age.
Like, how's the
I
tournament been,
advanced all
yeah?
the way to the semifinals.
Great stuff.
The semifinals? That's amazing! So when's your next
I'm so happy to hear that.
Unfortunately, the semifinals is where my journey ended. The reason
beat you?
being...
Who beat you?
The reason being that she lost to me.
Oh,
and when I say
my
lost,
God.
that doesn't begin to do it justice. It was quite a humiliating defeat.
This is my gal. This is my yokai. And I love that she is because again, they're best buds, right? And they were best buds for a long time. But the fact that she has beaten her in a TCG match, it's so funny to me.
Pretend I didn't hear that.
I only lost because I was duped by her little tricks.
What little tricks? They're best buds.
What's wrong with my little tricks?
What's wrong with them?
Trickery within the scope of the rules is better known as ingenuity.
There you go.
It's not my fault that some people spend all their time cooped up in Tenshukaku and never have the chance to hone their skills.
You tell her Yaimiko.
What a unique friendship.
No, they are. They're best buds, but I love Yaimiko so much. Definitely my top 10, I'd say.
You're right, though. I should make an effort to get out more.
Sweet. Okay. Taking some
Many
advice
things
the
have changed now that
Yaimiko
Inazuma
way.
is at peace. However, it seems that some people continue to fear the divine light, just as
Right.
before.
Okay.
In some of my tournament matches, I could see my opponent's hands shaking.
So
hesitant
understandable.
to play their cards. Now that I think about it, perhaps they were scared of what would happen if they
Yes,
defeated
so
me.
understandable.
Oh, dear, dear. Other players lose their games and throw a tantrum. You win yours, and yet you still find a reason to mope
You can
about
tell they're
it.
so close.
I invited you out for some simple fun and games. Oh, I should have known you'd be like this. Anyway, you should watch and learn, because I plan on using some more of my little tricks to defeat that divine priestess from Watatsumi
what?
Island.
Oh, so Kokomi's your opponent in the
Kokomi versus Yaimiko?
Mm-hmm. On one side will be your erstwhile comrade in arms, the leader of Watatsumi Island, and
I
on
love
the
that you mentioned
other will
that.
be head shrine maiden Yaimiko, the wise and
So
beautiful.
wise, so beautiful.
So, little one, who will you support?
Honestly, in this sense, it's so interesting that she buys when she goes, "Hey, you're like her. You were your companion in arms," because we were on the side of a rebellion. You know what I mean? With Kokomi, but that's such an interesting battle. If you ask me who I would support in this, between Kokomi and Yaimiko, I think that oh, sorry, my lawyer just said I can't say it.
The nerve, saying that in the presence of me and A? Are you trying to find out who's like?
So this is why everyone's afraid then.
Miko, come on. No need to put them on the spot.
I agree with that. I think that's actually a very tough thing, because if you told me between two friends, someone we fought in a rebellion in and someone we adore who honestly saved our lives was Yaimiko and saved Inazuma as well as Yaimiko too. To me it's putting you on the spot like that is kind of difficult, you know, because like I wouldn't know what to say in that situation. It's hard. But since he said he supported Kokomi, in real life I will support you, Yae Miko. You know what I mean? To balance it out. Let's balance it out.
I just wanted to see
Of course
how
she
they
did.
react.
Of course she did. The Yae Miko special. Make
The
people
venue
squirm
is
for
right over
fun.
there. Why
And we
not
love
go
her
and
for
take
it.
a walk around? Oh, and if you meet my fellow finalist, do pass on my regards.
I thought she was gonna say condolences, maybe. That's awesome. Yeah, Yae Miko is one of my like I just think such an interesting character. So every time she opens her mouth to speak, it's like so interesting to hear what she's saying.
Miko, the people of Inazuma are afraid of me.
Yeah?
And for good reason, no? A bolt of lightning from you would make even my fur stand on end.
You know I would never do such a thing.
Nor would I eat anyone. Yet a writer of mine seems convinced that I'd turn into an evil kitsune and eat him alive if he doesn't submit his drafts on time. Honestly, where do people get these ideas? Although to be fair, after I learned that he was afraid of me, I did start acting like I might actually eat him. Needless to say, his punctuality is now improving with each draft.
Honestly, fair. I adore. She's like, okay, if he thinks I'm gonna eat him, then fine. No freaking way. It's freaking Arataki, Ino, and Kuki. This is just like one after the other. Just like great character, great character. This is what these events are.
Flying lavender melon.
Oh, bull chucker! Don't call Paimon that in public!
Remember Bull Chucker?
What would this tournament be without Arataki, the ultimate TCG champion?
Look at the
eater?
abs.
Matter of fact, the whole Arataki gang showed up in force. Our goal? To bring home the grand prize.
As fate would have it, Boss was the only one who didn't make it out of the
What?
qualifiers.
What? Hey, that's not the point. It was just some bad luck, that's
Yeah.
all. I got matched against a strong opponent
Who'd
in
you
the
fight first round?
Besides, it was a close match. It could have swung either way.
He's so silly and so beautiful at the same time. Like, I get mesmerized, and I don't even care. Like, I'll just say, who cares? I get mesmerized by the design of this man's abdomen area all the time. And it's just like, as well, like, I love, like, how, like, basically, you know what, like, actually, it's like the friend that's always taking care of that other friend to making sure they're not in, any, like, danger at any time, you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like it's not, because again, it's not like to me it's not like a motherly son relationship, right? Like it's because you could say that, right? But to me it's more just like a I don't know, just like a friend, that one friend who's always like, looking after the other friend who's like, always getting into trouble. That's the way it always seems.
I wouldn't exactly call losing in 3.
Hey, Shinobu, cut me some slack in front of my friends, okay? Anyway, it's not like
It's like, it reminds me of in Haiku, Akashi and Bokuto, right? That's the exact thing it reminds me of. Yes, that's a great way to describe it. I was having a hard time describing it. That's exactly what it reminds me of.
Better. Weren't you beaten by that fish lady? Sandy Mamma Mia, whatever her name was?
Sangonomiya Kokomi?
Although
What,
Akashi
Tsumi Island's
usually humors
military
Bokuto a lot,
strategist?
so maybe it's not that.
Yes, she beat me fair and square. I don't have a
Oh, so
problem with that.
she beat you, okay. Kokomi cleaning up.
Well, anyway, I've noticed something in this competition. If you want to win big here, you need style. That's right, I'm talking card backs. I lost my match because my backs were whack.
Max Middleman, the voice acting.
The style of card backs and a player's skill don't have anything to do with each other.
Oh, no, that's where you're wrong, Mini Milan. It's
I
just like
love
how
his
the
voice
strongest
acting.
Oni Kabuto have the brightest colors on their back. If your cards look cool, then you'll definitely draw a better hand.
Yeah, it's probably not true. Love your eyebrows. Probably not true, but
Beetle fighting and playing TCGs are completely
Yep.
different. In cards, you actually have to rely on your
and
own
strategies
skill.
and all this stuff. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, there's no use arguing with you. Why don't we let our friend here weigh in,
No, I think, yeah, I kind of agree with Kuki on this.
See? He agrees.
Because he's not going to get better if he believes it's all about Flash.
All right, that's it. I know how to settle this. We're gonna play a match. Right now, you and me. How about this? Shinobu, lend me your deck. You've got some pretty slick card backs.
He still thinks it's the card backs.
The Traveler probably has cool card backs too.
No, not really.
Maybe even better than yours. Okay, in that case, you can use my deck.
Boss, how do I put this? Nobody could win with that deck of yours. No matter
has a bad
who
deck.
uses it.
Hey, quit busting my chops!
Me?
Sheesh. What do you say, Traveler? You got time for a match now?
Always for you, Ito. Always. Always for Ito.
Right. See? This is what I call a true compadre.
All right, I'll be the judge then. Just remember to take it easy, you two. This isn't a high-stakes match. It really doesn't matter who wins or loses.
Oh, shh. No, do you guys hear that? It's the cry of my cards, cheering me on in the wind.
My cards, you mean?
Our cards. So fun. Such a fun idea. Defeat. Oh, you lost? Okay, fair enough. I mean, they probably were hard. Like it's Ito. It's Kuki's deck.
See? My theory was correct.
Don't let it get to you. You were using Boss's deck after all.
Oh, so we're using
Anyway,
his cards
what are you
then?
two doing here?
Actually, we were looking
they
for
said that.
Kokomi. Have you seen her around? Or, as Arataki numero uno
Idioso.
so eloquently called her, the fish
Yeah, but that's so Ito to call
You're
her the
one
fish
to
lady.
talk, Lavender Melon.
The rivalry between these two is
Her
still
match
going
in the
strong.
finals will be starting shortly, so she can't be far. Why don't you ask Kujo-Sara over there? The Tenryo Commission is in charge of managing access to the venue and maintaining order.
Okay.
Hey, just remember that if you ever want to play another match, you can find me anytime.
Appreciated. So appreciated. So cool seeing them again as well. Acting exactly like Ito does. As Ito would.
What's up, compadre? You here to play another game? No worries. You go do what you gotta do. I'll see you later.
And yeah, there's no shame in losing those games, because imagine I haven't even scratched the surface of what hard... it's Sarah. Yeah, she's just there. You take those breaks. You hear me, person who played this? Don't be ashamed to take breaks.
Hi, Sarah. We're looking for Kokomi.
Don't be ashamed
Have
ever.
you seen her anywhere?
I saw her exit the venue after the semifinals, but she hasn't returned
One of my
since.
first ever characters I got.
If you're looking for Her Excellency, I
And
believe
Goro?
she's currently near the western shore of Rito.
Of course he would know as well.
Good to see you.
Good Gore's ears.
Hello, you two. Is there something the matter?
No, we just wanted to say hello to Kokomi.
Now that I think about it, her opponent in the finals will be a tough one to beat.
Who's she playing again?
Who are you rooting for, Sarah?
Up till now, the almighty Shogun...
Oh, she's playing
had my
Yaimiko. Yeah, I forgot. I forgot. It's not semifinals, it's finals. Yeah, she's playing
full
Yaimiko.
support. But now that she's been eliminated from the tournament, in truth, I don't really care.
Paimon thought for sure you'd be rooting for Miko.
Because of the connection
I
to
certainly would,
the Raiden Shogun?
in the past. But now that the islands of Narukami and Watatsumi are on amiable terms, we're all friends.
Fantastic to hear.
Those are exactly Her Excellency's thoughts as well. The point of a game of cards between friends is to exchange skills and enjoy the game together.
Great.
It's not about who wins or loses. She hopes that this spirit of friendly competition will define Inazuma going forward.
It's such a good idea as well.
A commendable
Having
attitude.
people from the rebellion and people from
Her
like
opponent is skilled in the art of deception.
the
Even if-
main island, like you can behead me too, by the way, for interrupting you, Kujusar. Having people from the main island and from, the rebellion all playing cards together sends such a good message to everyone on both all over Inazuma.
She appears to have worry written all over her face. Don't fall for it. She's likely trying to lead you into a trap.
It's nice to see two generals who were once enemies on the
Yeah.
battlefield now looking out for
Exactly that, Paimon.
Do not be mistaken. I speak only in the interest of fairness. The moment I saw the name Sangonomiya on the list of competitors,
I anticipated that she would make it into the finals to face the almighty Shogun. I've watched every one of her matches. She constantly adapts her strategy and excels at employing rare and unusual tactics. But after the almighty Shogun's loss, I'm afraid that Lady Guji may also have caught wind of Kokomi's strategies.
All right.
Oh, so you want to make sure Kokomi's got intel on the other side too? Wow. Trust Sora to make sure everything is fair and above board.
Thanks for your insights, General Kujo. I will be sure to pass them along to Her Excellency.
It's so cool the two generals
Don't
giving
mention
some
it.
information.
The match will be starting shortly. Please, let her know to get back to the
It is,
venue
and like she said, it
All right,
looks so
then I'll
good.
get going.
And they mean it, right? They mean this piece, they want this piece, right? But it looks so good for Inazuma. If the people from Inazuma are looking at all these characters together and seeing them all be friends, not only that, but playing recreational
final
card
goes
games together
smoothly.
in a friendly
Everything
manner.
should be fine. As long as that Oni manages to avoid
Oh,
causing
Ito?
a scene.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, even like seeing Sada, like, conversate with Goro. That's huge. That's absolutely huge for the town, right? Like for the islands, for all of Inazuma. If you saw like, oh, there's the two generals just chatting with each other. That sends a message. That tells people that everything is safer, everything's okay. Almost instantly, there's Kokomi. Oh my god, it's been so freaking long, Kokomi. It's been so long. How are you, girl?
Paimon? Oh, and the Traveler's here too.
We're your general still, right?
Surprised to see us? We
Or
came
your
to wish you
captain?
good luck in the competition. So, what are you doing out here, Kokomi? Taking in the view?
Yes, the soothing sound of the ocean's waves do make me feel peaceful. But I actually came here hoping to see Watatsumi Island.
Sweet voice. Adorable.
Can you really see Watatsumi Island from here? Let Paimon take a look.
Well, can you see it?
Let's see. Oh, that must be Kanazuka. And a little further than that, there's Yashiori
This is us,
Island.
by the way, when we're looking at different locations.
Nope, can't see Watatsumi.
Even on a perfectly clear day like this, you can't see Watatsumi Island from Narukami Island. Imagine trying to see it when the islands were surrounded by storms. Though the islands are on peaceful terms now, the dark clouds of war still linger in some people's hearts.
Great way of putting it.
Even when friends argue, they still need time to reconcile.
Yeah, there's a healing process, you're right.
Think of how much time is needed when the conflicting sides could never even see each other.
You okay, Kokomi?
She's making perfect sense.
Sorry. My mind was drifting to some more serious topics.
Yeah, you didn't join the tournament, just play cards, you're competing for other reasons too. No, what she's saying makes perfect sense.
Yes, I thought you might understand.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Who wins and who loses isn't what's most important.
It's seeing everyone play together.
What's important is that Her Excellency came here to compete with all of Inazuma watching.
Yes, so smart.
Yes, more people will be traveling between Watatsumi and Narukami Island from this day forward. The point I hope to make is, even though we believe in different gods, we can all come together as friends by playing cards at the table.
Perfect.
We should be willing to cooperate and assist one another in the
Yeah,
future.
and it tells travelers everything is safe.
You could say that I'm playing cards to help dissolve enmity.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a good way to put it.
I'm so impressed. So
My
impressed.
passion has always been in tactics and strategy. How could I pass up the chance to play in a tournament for a strategic game like
I love your
this?
voice so much.
Oh,
So much.
you have your personal reasons to play too.
Yes, partly.
You should be careful of that fox lady. Even Sara warned us that she'll be a cunning opponent.
Yes. It seems that you're not the only one who sees this tournament as a chance to resolve our differences, Your Excellency.
Oh, that's good to hear. Don't worry, Paimon. I've already thought of a variety of stratagems for the match.
Great.
Wow, Paimon's really looking forward to the final now. And Paimon swears that she's actually gonna see
Yeah,
this
we've missed the
time.
past
no
two.
No matter what, Paimon won't let herself get distracted. Not even by all the tasty snacks in Inazuma.
That's putting a lot of pressure on yourself,
Thank
Paimon.
you. All right, let's go.
Yeah, what they did there, amazing. That's exactly what you want to hear in this type of stuff, and it makes perfect sense. You know, we talked about it before. We talked about that idea before. How, you know, perception is so important. It's not even just like in political stuff, but it's also like in stuff like sports and TV. What people perceive is going to become reality. And if there is this thing where like the Raiden Shogun is still, you know, in her house all day, people are still gonna be very afraid of her. That's what the perception is. It's still fear. And also, if Kokomi never comes here to the island and you never see anyone talking, then it would still be like, oh, there's still some unrest. If I was a kid growing up in Inazuma and I heard about all this war happening and I was scared, and then I looked over like in the distance and I saw Kokomi chatting with Sara, the Raiden Shogun, Yae Miko, and Goru all together, I'm instantly like feeling a lot better about life. And then if I see them like doing a fun thing together, because there's one thing, like, because here's the thing, we've seen throughout the years so many times like political powers will have summits that mean absolutely F all. They're just a way to like make sure they don't hurt each other, but there's still so much unrest and disdain from the other country. But in this sense, it shows camaraderie, it shows friendship, it shows that they are willing to put differences aside for something very, very small, like card games. You know? So sick. So sick. Very appreciative of the way they're doing this. It makes perfect sense. Completely. I wish how did they do this teleportation thing? Editing? What's editing? Whoa.
Inazuma's Archon bolts her way to the semifinals, only to be stunned by
The
a
way
crafty
they're
opponent.
doing, she's telling a story like she did earlier. This looks so sick.
That's a nice title.
There's Kirara again.
Lightning from Inazuma won't be able to reach me in Fontaine, right?
She's like, I don't want to get like electrocuted.
I don't think the Electro Archon would get upset over a minor thing
she
like
won't
this.
care.
Hey, what are you two chatting about? Oh, wait a second. The real question is, how many times are we gonna run into Kirara?
And it's a pleasure. It's
Talk
already a
about
pleasure.
Coincidence, right? What are the chances?
I interviewed a few people around Rito, but no more details on the card snatcher, unfortunately. After that, I ran into Kirara here. We got to chatting, and then I found out that she knew you too.
We know everyone at this stage.
You said the card snatcher?
Oh, let Paimon
And Kokomi's just traveling with us now. Our former leader. Still our leader. She wants me to do something, I'll do it. I haven't been discharged yet.
I think I already have some insights regarding the truth of this matter.
Really? That fast?
But it's a little complicated, and the finals are about to
Oh,
start.
you know, do the TCG stuff.
Let me put it this way, though. The key to this case is actually Kirara.
What? Wait, what?
Oh, wait, what? Me?
What do you mean?
Having chatted with Kirara, I was starting to think the same thing.
Sorry.
Charlotte thinks so
I
too?
don't have time to explain now. We'll have to continue after the tournament's finished.
What should we do? Paimon's still trying to wrap her head around that. If Kokomi was only working off of what Paimon told her, how come Paimon can't find the answer? Oh, is Paimon really as dumb as a lavender melon?
No, don't worry. Let's watch the competition. Do not worry whatsoever.
Oh, okay.
You're not dumb in any way, shape, or form.
Welcome to the final round of the King of
This is
Invocations Grand Prix
insane.
Inazuman Regional Final! Our contestants are
There we go.
Guji Yae Miko
There we go.
of the Grand Narukami Shrine
I can feel it.
versus Sangonomiya Kokomi, Divine Priestess of the Sangonomiya
You can feel the energy.
Shrine.
Yeah, everyone's like clap. Oh my god.
Without further ado, let
The music?
final match begin!
Oh god, who's gonna win? Who's gonna win?
It's starting!
Now, to find out who will play first.
You took your time. I was starting to wonder if you got lost walking on the seabed, Miss Soul of the Deep. You must be tired after the walk back to shore.
Perhaps I
There
should
she
let
is
you
again,
go first.
trying to catch you off guard, trying to shake you, Kokomi.
There's no need. I've heard that fried tofu with all the frills gets cold quickly. If we don't serve it right away, then I'm afraid it'll become a cold, greasy mess.
What does that mean? What does that mean? Is she saying that we have to cook now? She's cooking? Who won? Who won? Who won?
And the
Who
winner
won?
is...
Who won? Who won?
Sangonomiya Kokomi!
Wow.
The
Okay, well done,
divine
Kokomi.
priestess from Watatsumi Island.
Really well done. Yep. Congratulations.
Just seeing that Kitsune yokai made the fur on my tail stand on end.
Kirara's voice is it's so soft, right? Like there's something. It's like there's like a little bit of like I don't know what would you even say? It's like almost like it's almost like the best. And this is gonna sound so weird to say. It's like sand going through like the wind or something like that. Like there's something so like I don't know. It's so soft and so nice. It's really nice voice.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Well done, Kokomi. You beat Yaimiko.
Thank you.
Kokomi! That was a real nail-biter, but you did it! That Miko is a crafty one, pretending she had no strategy and letting one of her own character cards get defeated.
She's also our girl as well, Paimon.
Then she played 2 cards from her
no.
hand that required to have lost a character card. She came pretty close to turning the match around.
Paimon.
Goodness, what's all the commotion over here? Discussing something interesting behind my back?
Not at all. Paimon was just saying what a real pity it was that you lost.
It's no pity at all. It was just a little fun competition. We'll see who wins next time. What do you say, Miss Soul of the Deep? How about a rematch?
If Miss Fried Tofu with all the frills hasn't gotten too cold, I would be happy to play. However, the traveler here is waiting for me to help them solve a puzzle they've been facing.
Oh, really? Then I won't disturb you.
Do you want to help with the puzzle?
I'll go play with Goro instead.
No!
It's been a while
Goro,
since
run!
I've seen those
The
fuzzy
tail,
ears
Goro!
of his.
Goro, run! She knows where we are!
Now, back to our conversation.
So like it is canonically she loves playing with Goro's ears. And she has folded us many times with Goro. The master of folding, Yaimiko.
Kirara, you've been delivering
No, I love
items
Yaimiko so
between
much.
different nations for the past several
So
days,
much.
correct?
That's right. I've had quite a few deliveries recently. But what does that have
I'm
to do
so
with
interested
the
to see
card
what they mean by this.
The strange thing is that Kirara's delivery route has coincided with the card snatcher's movements at every turn.
Yes, yes, of course. Of course, yes.
Yes, and therein lies the clue.
You mean Kirara is the card snatcher?
Huh? Hey, that's not true. I'm just out here doing my job. You can't just throw false accusations at a person. I mean, a yokai like this.
Calm down, you two. Kirara's not the thief.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't think she would be the thief.
Let me ask you, Kirara.
It wouldn't make any sense.
Have any of your packages in the past few days been from the same sender? Or were any sent to the same destination?
Let me think. Senders have all been different. But there's one destination that keeps coming up in every region I've been to.
Really? And what destination is that?
I'm not at liberty to give you the exact address, but I can tell you that it's in Sumeru.
Okay, so we're going to
Were the
Sumeru.
contents light? No larger than the size of an envelope?
Huh? Wait, you're not one of those yokai who has prophetic dreams, are you? I used to hear stories about that when I was curled up on my grandma's lap.
Oh.
No, I'm only the divine priestess of Watatsumi Island. I just like to read light novels and books about military strategy. Divination's not my field.
Yeah, fair. No, that's so cool. We're going to Sumeru then as well. Like, we get to go all to do all these amazing locations again.
Well, after all I've said so far, have you arrived at the same answer as me?
Let me think. Oh, we're going to do this too. Yeah, no, I think Yaimiko is again the... Oh, we did it, okay. I think it's just a perfect A perfect use of every character is usual in these events. These events are perfect in that sense.
Kirara's deliveries contain the treasure chest card.
I'm gonna get to hear Zach.
Yes, you nailed it.
Huh? So the cardbacks we've been looking for have been right under our noses all along?
But there's still one thing that doesn't quite add up.
Which is?
Kirara picked up her package in Mondstadt before we encountered the card snatcher.
Yeah.
The timing doesn't make sense.
I've thought about that too. The way I see it, there's more than just one thief involved. Yes, the person you've been tracking most likely is one member of the group. It seems the other members had already obtained the cardbacks and sent them together.
Now that I think about it, collecting all those cardbacks across so many nations would be near impossible for just one person.
You'd be destroyed. You'd be wrecked by the end of all of it.
The one we're following ever using Komania Express?
Because he's too slow. He probably missed the arranged shipment date. Well, that's how I figure it at least. From your explanation, he's only committed theft on one occasion, and there were even witnesses. After that, he's been trading or playing to collect the cardbacks.
Which means he's probably very good
This person
at the
isn't a
game.
very good thief. He probably used the mora he was given to arrange shipments with Komania Express as funds to use for trading.
Then there's another question now. Why don't the other members just keep the cards and take them back to Sumeru themselves? Unless there's a reason for them to stay.
Yes, this is a question I'm still grappling with now. What is the thief's objective? What kind of secret is hidden behind these cardbacks?
Yeah, no, it's so interesting to me now.
There's no way to know without seeing one for ourselves.
Yeah.
Hey, don't look at me like that. I can't just open a customer's parcel.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense that she would have them and she'd be transporting them, but I just want to say as well, like, how cool that is. Like, how, like, there's been one character we met in every single place, and it ends up being her packages that are being delivered that have, like, some of those cards in there, too. It's really awesome.
If the company ever found out, I'd be fired.
Like, it's like... It makes... It's one of those things in Genshin, once again, where it's like, it makes perfect sense. It just makes perfect sense.
And I don't want to go back to being a yokai in the mountains of Inazuma.
Oh, we don't want to get her fired either.
We don't want to cause you any trouble.
Yeah, we don't want to get her fired.
At this point, maybe it would be best for you all to accompany Kirara to Sumeru.
I'm game. I'm so game.
Going to the delivery location is the only lead worth following now. And if the recipient really is a bad guy, then Kirara could be in danger.
True. Very true.
We should come along to make sure you're safe.
I can beat out the bad guys.
I know my way around a fight too. I haven't had a single package stolen from me since I've started this job.
Which I bet,
Whenever
just
someone
call the
picks on
rise
me
up with your
thinking
moves.
I'd be an easy target to take packages from, I send them running.
And we love that. We love that about a character who, like, seems so soft but can defend themselves so well. We love it.
Let me think about it. All right, I'll let you come with me to the delivery point in Sumeru. But on one condition.
What's the condition?
You have to promise that you'll hide somewhere where the customer can't see you. Who's ever heard of a group of people delivering packages?
Okay.
No problem. You got it.
Also, even if the customer is a bad guy and has stolen things, we should leave that for the local authorities to handle.
Like Sino?
Next up, Sumeru.
Should we get Sino to handle it?
We're really traveling.
They'll never commit a crime again.
Good luck. You'll have to tell me how everything turns out the next time we
Koku,
meet.
it was so good seeing you. It was so good seeing everybody. Like, again, going back to these nations after such a time is always a pleasure. It's such a pleasure each and every time to go back and chat with everybody. I get a lot of Primos Fizz as well. Like, it's always, like, fun. It's always, like,
General
just
Kujo,
exhilarating.
Can I have a word with you?
Yes.
Interesting.
Congratulations on your victory, Sangonomiya Kokomi.
I wanted to express my gratitude for the helpful advice you provided before the match.
Very
It
cool.
was nothing. Anyone with a good head on their shoulders knows that skill and strategy ultimately determine the winner. In any case, it was an exciting match to watch.
It was unfortunate that you didn't register for the tournament as well.
I'm afraid I'd be no match for you.
Look at
Don't
this.
say that. You're not so different from me. Seeking chances to hone your skills in the game, considering countermeasures and competing with others as if they're friends.
So sweet. Such a great way
Perhaps you have a
of
point.
showing what's happening in
In
Inazuma.
that case, let's play a match of Genius Invocation before you depart for Narukami Island.
It would be my pleasure.
Great. No, I've said it before, like when you go back to Liyue and you see how they're working without the Archon over them, and it's like kind of a self-sustained place. You see, you know, what they've done in Mondstadt with their freedom. You know, and then you go back to Inazuma, you see what they've done ever since the decree has gone as well. And then like also with Sumeru, as you go back there, you see what's changed since like there's less, there's still prejudice, but obviously like, you know, they're working with the Eremites to make, you know, to integrate them back into society, which is good, which is so good. They're bringing people over there, you know, like to help them out in certain things. Because again, they built that wall, which is so freaking awful to keep them out of there. But not only that, like Nahida is the Archon now, even though a lot of people don't remember that she never was the Archon beforehand. It's so cool to see like how they deal with that also. And how things have changed in that sense ever since, you know, everything that happened with Dottori and everything. It's so cool going back to these regions. And I really feel like also, eventually we're going to go back to an event in Fontaine. We're going to get to see what's happening in Fontaine. And I love that we didn't do this right away after Sumeru, because now I get to go back to Sumeru and it feels like I'm going back. And it's like, yeah, I love it so much. We have to see Sino right for the TCG stuff. We have to.
Woo, that match between Fox Lady and Fish Lady
Fox
really
Lady,
got my
Fish
blood
Lady.
racing. The sweat's practically boiling off my forehead.
Yes, yes. I'm sure all of Rito knows how excited you are, but the gang's all waiting for us. We should be heading back now.
They can wait a little longer. At least let my compadre and I play one last match. You can't say no to that.
We're just continuing to say maybe next time.
Fine. It's okay, I don't blame you, but you should probably leave. You don't want to see a grown Oni cry.
Very good. Yes, lovely seeing Ito as well. It's Overload, right? Because look, even here, like Charlotte and Kirara are there. Again, we're going to be going Kirara to Sumeru.
I heard you refer to the opponent as a kitsune yokai earlier. Could you tell me a little more about that?
Her reporter voice.
Don't leave out any details. Who knows? Maybe there's something I'll be able to use in my news piece.
Oh, I better not. I'm afraid of saying something wrong. Besides, I'm not really the most qualified yokai to answer questions.
Okay, then maybe you could help explain why a kitsune would have any interest in fried tofu?
Now your questions are making me hungry. Why don't I just take you to try some kitsune ramen here in Inazuma? I can explain while we eat.
Very sweet. Again, like it's I love that they have like that added character trait for Kirara as well. She has integrity about her job, right? She is very much like, I'm not going to show you all the stuff that's going to be happening. I'm not showing you my packages. It doesn't matter if they're a bad guy. If they're a bad guy, I'll report them. I'm not ruining the integrity of my, because that's why people trust me to deliver their goods. And I don't want to get fired. You know what I mean? It's so cool seeing that part of her as well. Just another character trait. Oh my god, Caravan Rebot? Who's there? Show me who's there.
The Caravan Rebot.
Show me the individual.
Getting close? Which way should we go
Look at
now?
this party we have now.
We just need to head a short way towards the desert. It's not far.
Great. Her hair is beautiful. It's stunning.
I would recommend taking a bodyguard to protect you. If the customer does turn out to be rotten, you can let the
Paimon's
bodyguard
right
deal with
here.
them.
Good point. A bodyguard.
Wait, no. It's not us? It's Sino!
Oh, look! Isn't that
Yes!
Sino?
So beautiful, so nice, so tough, so strong, so powerful. Tell us a joke. I love seeing Sino again. We're doing a story quest very soon as well.
You. Headed to Caravan Rebot?
Heck yeah.
Remember, Paimon? We can't just disclose the customer's
I
information.
love it. I love it. They're showing how much integrity she has for her job. It's so cool.
Oh, don't worry. This is Sumeru's General Mahamatra, Sino.
Look at this angle.
He's the leader of the Matra.
I love him
Always
so
keeps
much.
criminal activity
They are spoiling me with this event. I am spoiled.
seriously.
Wow. How do you know so many powerful people?
You better get used to it, Kirara. You wouldn't believe the people I've met since I started traveling
Yeah.
with them.
Do you have some time now, Sino? Or do you need to go participate in the Genius Invocation Tournament?
Tournament? The tournament has already finished.
Wait, what? Did you win?
Really? Then how did you do, Sino?
I am now the official king of
Yes!
invocations.
He takes it so seriously. I love him.
I used Forbidden Hand at the opportune moment and drew.
No, keep going.
I can explain it later. Anyway, I have.
You could do all that stuff.
Let Paimon catch you up on what's happening.
So cool. I love his like little dorkiness when it comes to card games. You know what I mean? He's like one of those people that plays it like, you know, I draw. Huh. Heart of the cards, guide me. You know, I love it. I love it. So good seeing him.
Paimon's parched now. How many times is Paimon gonna have to explain?
And this is why you're such a fantastic guide, Paimon. You're so fantastic at everything you do.
I can accompany you. As Paimon said, it's my duty to
Yes.
uphold the rules and punish evil.
I literally said earlier, didn't I? I was like, we can get Sino as the authority. That's so freaking awesome.
What do you think, Kirara?
And that's not me making an amazing prediction, by the way. I want to make it clear. I'm not getting any credit for that. This game follows its through lines, understands its characters, and uses them at the right time. I've said this forever. I've said this too many times to count. They utilize their characters at the exact right times when it makes perfect sense.
All right. But remember, you all should hide while I'm delivering the parcel. I know that this customer is suspicious, but they're still my customer until we have any
I love it.
proof
I
otherwise.
actually love the way you're doing this, Kirara.
Okay, we'll go.
It makes me just respect the freaking heck out of you.
If we're too far away, we won't be able to hear anything you're saying. How will we know if you're in trouble?
Not a problem. You can just watch my tails.
Are you serious?
Your tails? You mean both of them?
Would they like perk up or something?
Of course, both of them. I'll come up with a way to have the customer confirm the contents of the package. If they turn out to be just an ordinary customer and the package doesn't contain the card backs, then I'll lower both of my tails. That'll mean you can just stay hidden. But if they turn out to be the thieves we're after, then I'll...
Lay down.
Lay down?
Huh? Why would she
Oh,
do
no.
that?
It'd be a signal that we need to lay down the law.
Laugh! Laugh! Everyone laugh, please.
No way! I'm not getting on the ground. That would be way too embarrassing.
No,
Besides,
he's joking.
Don't you think that would look suspicious?
Still though.
You think so? Then maybe you can use your tails to pound your back.
And why would she do that?
Simple. It'd be signal that she had found the backs we're looking for.
Oh my god, Sino. He's great, isn't he? He should do stand-up. He should do stand-up.
This is the first time I've met someone as creative with their words as I am.
Yes, Charlotte! Yes!
Have you ever considered a career in writing news headlines,
Oh
Sino?
my god. Yeah, because newspaper headlines are all about those puns.
No, don't enable him.
No, enable him, enable him, enable him.
Okay, if we keep standing around talking like this, the package is going to be late.
I love that. Enable Sino at all
If they're the
times.
thieves, I'll lift one tail up and keep the other one down. If you see that, then you can come round them up.
You're not going to lay down?
What about my suggestion? What about my suggestion?
I'm not laying down.
And she stands up for herself. Another part, again, they're showing this character off so freaking well. And I said before, like her voice to me is so nice. It's so, I could listen to her talk for hours. She's so sweet. Like, it gives out the impression of being sweet. But I love how she also stands up for herself, right? I love Charlotte. Because again, it makes so much sense that Charlotte would adore Sino's jokes, because that's the type of headlines you would have. Like, you know, like, looks like, the justice was laid, the law was laid down.
This is the right place, Kirara.
Let's see. The address is approximately 100 paces down the road from Caravan Reebot towards the desert, near the first flaming flower.
That's the most suspicious address Paimon's
Yeah,
ever
that's a meetup
heard.
point. Yeah, a character who's so sweet, right? She's has such a sweet voice, such a sweet tone, such a sweet presence, but stands up for herself and cares about her job so much, and the integrity of her work as well. I love it. I love it. I think she's fantastic.
First flaming flower. Oh, we're here.
Huh? There aren't any houses around here.
Maybe the recipient planned on coming here to personally receive the package. I've had customers do that in the past. We're still a little early. In the meantime, why don't the rest of you go find a place to hide? And remember, watch my tails for the signal.
I love the tail signals. Quickly Kirara is becoming like one of the most fun and like, you know, and I hate to use the word adorable sometimes because I feel like it, you know, I feel like I don't actually know, like I think it's okay because we use it to describe Goru sometimes. I feel like we can use it to describe Kirara as well.
We'll hide here. This spot is
she's
hidden,
sweet.
but
She's a
with clear
sweetheart.
view.
Is the way you describe it.
I'm unsure this recipient's up to no good. Who'd pick up a package in a place like this?
I agree. But for the sake of her company's reputation, we'll let her tell us what to do.
Yes! I love that Sharon loves these. I love it. No, they're great. They're fantastic. Well done. Well done, Sino. Keep going. Keep going.
What? As in her tails?
As in her tails, guys. As in her tails. I'm not sure you got it, guys. I'd let him tell me as much jokes as he wants all the time forever.
Hey, look! Someone's coming.
You from Komoni Express?
Nice eye patch, bro.
That's right. You must be Mr. Dada Baba?
Where's the package?
Yes. This is your package. Here you go.
You see what I mean? She's just like such a sweetheart. You wouldn't hurt a girl with lovely hair like this, would you?
I recommend that you open it and confirm the contents. I've been running to many places the past few days through all sorts of weather. The contents may have shifted, so it's best to check that everything's intact.
Check them.
No need. You haven't opened it to see what's inside, have you?
No.
Of course not. That would be against our company policy. But if the contents are valuable, I would still recommend checking them first. If anything turns out to be damaged, I could compensate you now.
I said no need, didn't I? Why are you so persistent?
She's being nice to you, dude. Don't be so rude.
You know, boss, this little lady's out here all on her own.
Little lady.
We could use that to our advantage, you know.
What do you mean, you weirdo?
Hey, you. Are you the only one delivering out here?
Yes, that's right. I wouldn't bring a bunch of people with me to
Never,
deliver a
never.
package. I'm no good at lying, and I can't keep my tails from
That's so sweet though.
She's giving a signal.
Wait, is that the signal? I don't think it is.
But wait, Paimon doesn't recognize that signal.
She's nervous. She's nervous.
I nearly forgot. This just happens to be my 100th delivery. It's a really special moment for me.
It's insane. It's not insane because it happens all the time in Genshin, right? Where we fall in love with characters, like, you know, because they're so good at writing these characters. But it's insane how quickly, like you just get the energy of just a sweetheart off of Kirara, with like all those little bells and whistles along with her too. Which, like, I want more of her in the story. I really do.
You could let me know what I delivered. It would mean a lot to me.
Her tails are moving all over the place.
Oh no.
Does she need us to step in or not?
I think she's just really nervous.
Her tails keep moving and intertwining. They keep pointing in different directions. Maybe she's trying to say that she mixed up her directions. These people aren't the intended recipients.
No, I don't think that's it.
Seriously? There's no way anyone could get all that just
He's
from
trying
her
at
tails.
least.
Something's not right. I can feel it. And you seem real concerned about this package, Missy.
She's being nice to you, you fools.
No, that's just part of my job. We always care about the customer. Are you really not going to
Open the package or die.
Come on, boss. Enough talk.
Yeah, nobody will ever know anything happened way out here.
You're so silly.
Then do you have a moment to leave a 5-star review?
They're gonna leave a 10-star review if they start this stuff.
Sure. I'll leave a 5-star review.
Oh, you guys suck.
After you're
Oh my
dead.
god. You guys are gonna get destroyed. You guys are gonna get destroyed. There we go. Kirara switched modes.
Forget the signals.
Yeah, forget the signals exactly. You're about to get. Yeah, they already ran. I love the already ran. You're done. You have the Traveler, Charlotte, and Sino. You're done.
What are you afraid of? Get up!
That's Sino. You fools! You fools! Look at this! Oh my god, I'm so good to see this mode.
Wait, that's Sino!
Yes!
The General
You are donezo! You're gone! You are done! You fools! I know they didn't know this, like, obviously, like, but now they're fools. But even just attacking a girl, like, like, that's just like one of the, like, the worst things I've heard. Like, from, like, again, it's so, like, awful. Oh, she's alone. Let's kill her. That's just, they're disgusting. They're disgusting. Like, and to be honest, you have to be an evil person for that to cross your mind. That's the first thing that crosses your mind. Did she become a little package? That's awesome.
Are you alright?
You know what I mean? If the first thing that crosses your mind when you see someone alone in the desert is, yeah, we could kill her. You're evil. You're evil. That's it. You're evil. Like, you know what I mean? So you're all alone? First thing to cross my mind was to commit murder. Like, that's evil.
I'm fine. Don't worry.
Yeah, she held her own.
Had I known you were here, we wouldn't.
That's, oh my god, that doesn't make it any better. That does not make it any better at all.
Too late for that. And I don't want to hear
Tell
any
him.
whining from
Tell
you
him,
two
Sino.
either.
Tell him.
Clear.
Yes. Crystal clear.
Crystal clear.
General Mahamatra, I don't want to go to prison. Can't you just let us off this one time?
Dude, you're going to prison and then
that
some.
That depends on how honest you
No.
are.
Beat him
We'll
up.
tell you everything.
What's inside the package?
Card backs.
There we
Genius
go.
Invocation TCG card backs that we collected from different nations.
Are they the kind with a treasure chest design on them?
Yeah, that's right. Wait, how'd you know that?
And why are you stealing card backs, bro?
We're just a group of treasure hoarders. That's all.
Some hoarders were getting fed up recently with just stealing small stuff. They wanted to,
Go on.
Go on.
They wanted to pull off something big. You know, not just in one nation. All across Teyvat.
All across Teyvat?
Yeah, we were planning to steal prized treasures from different nations all at the same time. After pulling off a job like that, everyone would recognize us treasure hoarders as the most powerful organization across the world.
Yeah, same,
But,
same Wonder, same.
Seems like that's not gonna happen now.
So what does any of that have to do with these card backs?
Well, the problem was we didn't know how to communicate our master plan to all the other treasure hoarders. But with how popular Genius Invocation TCG has become recently, somebody suddenly came up with the idea to use cards as a way to communicate our plans without being detected.
It is a pretty card back. It's like gorgeous, but
You were the ones who printed these card backs.
Yeah, because every treasure hoarder knows what to do once they see a treasure chest.
no, you need to. Some
First
things you need to not
bury
even
it
say.
so no one else can take it, then just add a little bit of...
Hey, shut it! You're giving away all our plans.
Papa, I wouldn't even worry about that now.
It appears you consider this ridiculous plan of
Exactly.
yours more valuable
Exactly.
than your own
You're in
life.
front of Sino. Why would you even try?
No, I'll talk.
Exactly.
All you need to do is cover it with some wet dirt or sand, then wipe it off after a while. And it'll look like this.
My fellow hoarders, this is the big job we've all been waiting for. Take up your daggers, put on your masks, and round up your sumpter beasts. Oh, and for those of you without sumpter beasts... Seriously? That's all it says?
Yeah, it's interesting that just says
what
that.
a waste.
Hey, what do you mean, waste? That message will mobilize the treasure hoarders.
He's right. The time and the other details are printed below that.
Not Paimon Z. Oh, there.
So it is a mobilization of all the treasure hoarders?
Objectively speaking, it's definitely a creative method of communicating information. But then why were you trying to retrieve these card backs?
It's all because some fellow hoarders got addicted to Genius Invocation. All they needed to do was stick to the plan, but they couldn't help themselves and started playing the game. Not only that, they were even using our card backs and showing them off. But that wasn't the worst of it. Some of them ended up losing our card backs to other players.
Ah, you were afraid that your plans would be exposed, so you dispatched members to quickly retrieve the card backs that had been scattered into the markets.
Not just the ones on the markets. We collected all our treasure chest card backs and we had them shipped back. We feared that our plans had already been discovered, so we were preparing to print another set of card backs. They would indicate a different time to initiate the operation, and we'd redistribute them. But to take every precaution, we raised funding for everyone to send us the backs via Komini Express. That way, we could guarantee the card backs would arrive safely and on time.
Huh? Oh, thanks for the compliments.
She takes pride in her work.
Senders would stay at their original location to ensure that the operation could continue moving forward. Now that I think about it, that must be why the treasure hoarders came after the person who sold the card back in Mondstadt.
Yes.
Oh, right! It's no wonder we were running into the treasure hoarders left and right.
Makes so much sense.
They wanted to be sure that anyone involved stayed quiet.
There. I told you everything I know. Hopefully that will help us make up for our mistakes. Please, Mahamatra Sino, show us mercy.
I don't think you need to.
You'll each receive your due punishment.
Yeah, you didn't do what you need to do.
Talk. Come with
There you go. Yep, you're going. You're going. Please don't send us to prison. We were just gonna murder her a bit. We was just gonna do some killing.
I've taken care of the criminals for now. I'll be escorting them back to Sumeru City shortly.
But you know what I mean? Like all this plan, like that is what that's what happened. The only reason that they are sorry is because Sino showed up, right? They would have been sorry anyway because Charlotte and us and like we could have handled it as well. But like Sino instills fear into a lot of people in Sumeru. And it's so like what they said was evil, guys. Like I need people to understand this. It's not just like there's no gray area here. These guys being like seeing someone alone in the desert and being like, let's kill her. Like, and then they're like, please don't do anything, Mr. Sino. It's like, no, like you are awful. You do not get to get out of any punishment that you're getting for this. If Kirara was just a normal non-vision wielder, chances are, and we weren't there, she's gone. She's dead. We have a murder mystery on our hands then.
I was only fulfilling my duty.
Sino
You all did well.
And Sino's amazing. Dad jokes in one moment, the sweetest, kindest person in one moment, and the toughest man you've ever seen in your life the next moment, you know? That's Tanari's husband.
Sino seems like a completely different person when
Yes.
he's working.
Yes, for sure.
All right.
For sure.
Goodbye for now.
See you, Sino. Lovely seeing you.
Wait! I still want to interview the champion of the Sumeru Regional Tournament.
All right. Go ahead.
Tell me,
So
Mr.
pretty,
Sino,
isn't he?
what were your thoughts about the tournament? And did you have anything to say about the treasure hoarder incident?
Genius Invocation TCG is a very good game. But to me, it's not just a game. It's an art form. It allows people to meet others, make friends, and experience the joy of dueling together. I hope everyone can have the chance to experience the fun of playing this game.
Great answer. That'll be a perfect ending for my
Yeah,
news piece.
so poetic.
Therefore, I assure you that I will personally bring judgment to any criminals out there with the delusions
Sino.
of desecrating this game with their evil plans. No matter where you run or where you hide, you will not escape the punishment
You tell
of
him.
lightning.
You tell him. I love how much he cares about this card game.
Oh, I see. Let's stay calm. No need to get worked up. Now let me think. Not so genius thieves behind mysterious treasure chest card back plot finally.
Does Sino have a title?
Got decked. You get it? Like cards and punching.
Yes, that'll work nicely.
Well done, Sino.
These two make quite the team.
This is what I was talking about. Put two characters together and it
that's
makes
all,
perfect sense sometimes
Then I should get
in
going.
this game.
I'll inform the other areas not to be gained by these thieving
tell 'em.
treasure hoarders. We will.
Oh, and then a beautiful smile. Beautiful complexion, beautiful hair. We love him.
It turned out that the group of card snatchers we were tracking was the treasure hoarders all along. Still feels a little disappointing, though. Paimon thought for sure those card backs would lead us to some valuable treasure.
Don't say that. Think of the bright side. We uncovered a major international crime
Yeah,
scheme.
exactly.
Oh, I definitely have everything I need for my exclusive
Like we did good.
news
We did
piece.
something good today.
If anything, Paimon regrets that we didn't get to see the mysterious inventors of Genius Invocation TCG.
can't stop talking about that game. In that case, how would everyone like to join me for a very special delivery?
Huh? You mean it's related to Genius Invocation TCG?
Mm-hmm. That's right. You'll understand when we get there.
I'm up for it. I'm up for getting to know Kirara more.
I would have invited Sino along too if he wasn't busy with
Oh,
work.
let me go get him. Let me go get him.
Oh, really? But didn't you say before that you can't disclose customer information?
Yeah, but this time the situation's different. Let's just say this delivery wasn't assigned to me by the company. This package had been sitting at the company for some time because we couldn't ever locate the recipient. Even the neighbors didn't know where he went.
Oh, so the company eventually took ownership of the package?
Yep, the holding period passed just last month.
But can't you just return it to the original sender?
Well, it turns out the sender has passed away.
Okay, that would do it. That would for sure do it.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah, and I thought both the original sender and intended recipient would be disappointed if this package is left undelivered. So, I took the initiative and started asking around Sumeru in my free time. Eventually, I found out where the recipient went and also learned a little about his past.
Wow, amazing! So who is it?
Well, you'll have to come with me and see.
Sure.
I have a feeling that it'll be good to have some true Genius Invocation TCG players like you
Okay,
come along.
let's get Sino as well, though.
Oh, sounds like another news story brewing. I'll tag along as well.
Huh? Oh, now Paimon's really curious. What do you think, Traveler? Shall we join her?
Yeah. I am so into this idea.
Then follow me to Vimara
Oh,
Village.
Vimara Village. A lot of bad memories there, but a lot of good memories there too, I suppose. That's a long distance as well. It's a long trek. To Vimara Village, like distance-wise in the game. Like obviously, like you can get there very quickly, but to me, it's like it's a very long distance. But yeah, you'd be chatting with friends along the way, so it's not that big of a deal. So interesting being back here after the stuff with Alfonso and the House of the
The
Hearth.
clues pointed to Vimara Village, but I'm not sure of which house they live in exactly. Guess we'll have to ask around.
Any idea what the recipient looks like?
I only know his name is Garvapidum and that he's a scholar from the Academia.
Garvapidum. Got it.
I love the names as well in Sumeru. They're really nice. Is that Garvapidum already? Oh no, Azadith.
Hi there. Do you know where Garvapidum lives?
I'm afraid I've never heard that name before.
He's a scholar from the Academia.
Oh, yes, there is a scholar around here, but I've never heard anyone go by the name you mentioned. Are you sure you've got the right name? Actually, I'd like to ask him a few questions myself regarding which of the 6 Darshans to join.
Sounds like he doesn't know. Let's go ask someone else.
This has been such a fun event, and I don't know how long is left. It's actually like 10 minutes basically left. But this is just one of the reasons I am over the moon that we're going to do events next year with you guys, and we're going to be getting to do it all week long with events.
We're looking for a scholar named Garvapidum.
Garvapidum? I never heard of him. Wait, do you mean that newcomer that arrived a few days ago?
It makes sense they're newcomer because I thought we'd know the name at least somewhat, you know what I mean?
Yes, that's right. He looked pretty anxious, though, almost like he's struggling to complete a thesis. I've seen him speaking with the village head, probably looking for a place to stay.
Okay.
Vimara Village is the perfect place to take a vacation and relax.
It's gorgeous.
Which is why I chose to come back here.
Got it. Thank you. We'll go talk to the head of the village.
No bada.
Don't mention it. If life is ever treating you hard, you can always come and live here for a while.
Yeah, it's just, can I be honest with you? Like, I don't know if it's, do you guys have the same feeling about Vimara Village where, like, although I'm like, I love the people in here, I still feel like, it still doesn't feel good being here. Like, I just remembered the stuff that happened with Alfonso and how terrifying that was, you know?
We'd like to ask you about.
Yes, that's me. Go ahead.
Do you know where a scholar by the name of Garvapidum lives? We'd like to talk to him.
Garvapidum. Ah, that must be him.
You know him?
Yes, I do. He came here to rent a place to stay. He said he needed to unwind a little. But hardly anyone's ever seen him come out since he moved in. He doesn't seem to be very outgoing. I don't know if that's his way of unwinding, but I'd say he's just keeping himself cooped up. Are you friends of his?
Yeah, you could say that.
Oh, so she is friends with him, I guess?
Her tails are moving again.
May
Is that what happens whenever she tells a lie?
Oh, Paimon's like, oh, look at the side smirk. So she's telling a lie. Okay, so she's kind of like putting up an act.
Ah, I see. I was thinking that it'd be good for some friends to check up on him. He's staying up above. Look for the house in the corner. You should be able to find him there.
Very cool.
Great! Thank you very much!
Yeah, and I don't mean to make it seem like this place isn't nice for me
mention
anymore.
it. I just want to see people who come here be happy.
Because obviously it reminds you somewhat of the... But I don't associate this place with the Aranara as much as I do with like Rana, but then like the whole thing with Alfonso just cancels it out sometimes for me. Yeah, and yeah, the sweet thing with the moving the tails, by the way, is so nice. Again, it's just little character details. That's all it is. Just little character details. You climbing up this way. Oh my god, you are a player after my own heart. Walking up would have been easier, but just like me, you climbed. There was a trail right beside you. I appreciate it so much, honestly. Amazing, amazing. Streetwise Rhapsody, amazing.
This is the place. Let's try knocking and see if he answers.
Did I record this because they're trigger happy? They climb up certain places. They take breaks sometimes.
We're looking for Garvapidum.
Yes, that's me. Can I help you?
Hello, Mr. Garvapidum. I'm Kirara. I have a delivery from Komania Express. I'm afraid the package is quite late.
A package? For me?
Yes, it's from a Mr. Gulab.
What? Gulab? But how is that
Has
possible?
Gulab passed away?
Yes. It seems your friend submitted the package to our company before he passed.
Friend? Some friend I am. There was nothing I could do about his illness. And I wasn't by his side during the last moments of his life.
Ah, it's sad.
Don't say that. After all, you and Gulab are the creators
Oh,
of Genius
okay. I was thinking it might be something like that. Like maybe we're going
Gulab
like...
would have been happy to know how popular the game has become.
Like, I thought we were going to find out something like that by the end of it, but I didn't know it was going to be directly them. I thought it was going to be something like maybe like after this, like, you know, he gives us like some information to find them. I didn't know it was going to be directly them. That's really interesting. We're getting to see the creator of the TCG.
Say what? He's one of the creators of
There-
Genius
It's amazing.
Education
That's awesome. What a way to like end this whole event.
Why? Why does it seem that misfortune always befalls geniuses like him?
If you don't mind, perhaps you could talk to us about it. It would probably help you feel better.
You're right. Maybe I should tell you.
Yeah, to let her out. The thing you've been holding in for years.
You really wouldn't mind listening?
Yeah, go on. Jesus Christ, man.
All right then. It's not much of a story, really. I knew Gulab ever since we were kids. We were classmates and grew up together. Other than the bandages on his arms, you could hardly tell he had Elazar.
Oh, no,
He
man.
was always positive, peaceful, and kind.
The Elazar stuff, when I think of Elazar, it just breaks my heart instantly as well.
Later, we both entered the academia, and he became a Ratawahis Dastur.
If I remember correctly, that's a pretty high position.
Yes, he really was that smart. But before long, the Elazar got worse and led to some serious complications. After that, he became bedridden. He received treatment in the hospital, but had to abandon his
It feels
research.
like we arrive too late sometimes at Sumeru, doesn't
Go
it?
see him in the hospital every day, even though he said there was no need for me to visit so often.
He must have been worried that he was taking time from your own research.
Yeah, that's just a really
I know.
considerate person right there.
I couldn't bear to just leave him like that. He was clearly the smarter of the two of us. We would have some free time whenever I visited him, so we took some cards and started painting them. Over time, those cards became the basis for Genius Invocation TCG.
A game that was born from friendship between the two of them is the basis for not only the friendships that we met along the way. This whole mission has been about meeting old friends, but it's also about the friendship between Inazuma, the rebellion, and the main island of Inazuma as well. Incredible.
Not only a game. When we were designing
Incredible.
it, I deliberately incorporated some theoretical knowledge of the elements. I was originally waiting for him to recover, so we could study the subject together. But in the end...
Aw, don't be sad. Genius
Yep.
Invocation TCG is the result of your research
And it's hard to tell him, but you did something amazing together.
Not to mention, a lot of people are enjoying
Yes,
it
you've
now.
enriched the world. I think of how the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh! Has passed away, right? Whenever I think about that, I always think to myself how it's no consolation to anyone in his family, right? That there's no consolation that for Takahashi's death, right? But oh my God, if I could say one thing to that man, I would say, you have changed my life. And you have given me so much joy, so much happiness through Yu-Gi-Oh! That you have done something that I can never, ever repay. I am the most grateful person that you could ever meet in your life, and you have literally changed my life.
After he passed away, I tried to play the game with someone else.
No.
But every time I looked up, all I could see was his silhouette.
That's so sad.
It was as if he was still sitting there at the table.
So sad.
I know it was all in my head,
Oh,
though.
he looks so sweet.
Paimon understands. Paimon wouldn't
Oh, don't
ever
even
be
say
able
that,
to get used to
Paimon.
being away from the traveler.
Yeah.
Paimon would probably find herself talking to the wind, as if the
Don't.
traveler could hear.
What is this game trying to do?
Yes.
Holy
Everyone else has
hell.
told me that I have to move on and embrace the fun of Genius Invocation, saying that I'm one of its creators. But to be honest, without Gulob,
oh man,
what meaning does the game have anymore?
To him, it doesn't have that same meaning.
Hit him? Perhaps you should see what your friend sent you in the package.
No. Oh no, he has to. I understand. I just don't.
Right.
What did you give him?
What's this? A letter?
Okay, let's hear this letter. Oh, it's gonna be a story. Okay, I paused it right before that just in.
My dear friend, you must be wondering why I'm leaving you a letter like this. It's because...
Oh, they look so sweet.
Hey, Gulob, I'm here.
They're
How are you feeling today?
gorgeous.
I gotta tell you, I had an idea for another card last night. Huh? What's that you're writing?
It's nothing.
Look at the two of them. His music's gorgeous too.
Okay. Anyway, up for a game?
You don't have to
Oh, his
visit every
voice is
day,
getting-
you know. You should be focusing on your work at the academia.
Hey, enough of that. I'll keep visiting until you've fully recovered.
Oh no.
Besides, I can't stand most of the folks at the academia anyway. Hey,
What's the name of this track?
it's your
Please
turn.
let me know, guys. And we know with Elazar how sad it can
Gulob,
be.
are you okay?
Garvapitum, you must understand. My Elazar.
Hey, don't talk like that.
He doesn't want to
Just
accept it.
need some more rest.
I was like, oh my god, I made it so far into this without getting super emotional.
It's because you won't come to terms with the fact that I don't have long left. Guess what? This game we
Oh my
invented
god.
is getting pretty popular here in the hospital.
Really? That's great news.
Yeah. I've even made a device to help people find other players nearby. Here, this one's for you. This way,
Oh, he doesn't want to hear it.
Playing even after I'm...
Just stop! You're gonna get better, you hear me?
Oh,
I don't need
this
to
is
stay.
heartbreaking, and he's not gonna get to like get a proper goodbye.
I imagine the casket of tomes I gave you is probably gathering dust in a corner somewhere. So, this is my last gift to you.
It's a card?
I'm sorry that I could only give it to you now. Do you remember when we first met?
Stop.
You were the only one willing to be friends with the kid with Elazar.
He was the old...
Now, it's
the only one?
To help you make some new friends. This way.
I thought I made it.
I'll always be by your
I
side.
thought I made it through the whole event without tearing up. That's so sad. Holy hell.
Gulab.
Oh.
That rascal. He was always this way.
I
haven't
it's
played
such a
much
beautiful
Genius
story what they just
Invocation
told. I literally was thinking in my head when we got to that final, when we got to the final minutes, I was like, oh my god, it's like the first video in so long where we're not like super freaking emotional at the end of it, you know what I mean? Not that it's a bad thing, but it was like, oh my god, this is so strange, you know?
All I know is that it has brought joy to a lot of people.
As a true TCG player put it, the game allows many people to meet others, make friends, and experience the
It
joy
hurts.
of dueling
It
together.
hurts so bad.
That's right.
This whole mission was about friendship. We met so many of our friends going to these tournaments.
Paimon can tell you those stories if you're interested.
Thank you
Good
all
friends
for
truly,
your kind
never
words.
truly leave.
You're right. Gulab. Is that what you were
We
thinking
finally got
when
to
you
say
left
goodbye.
this letter? I've always kept your casket of tomes with me. It was so special for you to draw me a card like this. What a waste it is to never have used it. If he were here now, I know he'd say, Hey friends, how about a game of Genius Invocation TCG? Well, what do you say?
So freaking sad. Like, and it's so uplifting, obviously, as well, but like, it's hard not to just feel the sadness of that as well. I play Yu-Gi-Oh all my life, right? And like, I'm thinking back and I'm like, man, the amount of friends that I made and the camaraderie that comes along with playing card games is something that cannot be overstated. It is a, like, when I think of the most formative thing in my younger years, like, I think Yu-Gi-Oh has shaped so much of not only just who I am, but like, who I got to meet through my life. And even now, like, my friends who don't know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh humor the heck out of me when I talk about it, you know? It's so true what card games can do for people. They create friendships, create lasting memories forever.
Garfapidum seems to be feeling better. Paimon even saw him crack a smile when he was playing just now.
It always takes time to heal from pain from the past, but I think this is a good start for his road to recovery.
Yeah, it was a good thing that Kirara kept track of that package, even when they were unable to deliver it.
When my boss asked me to take care of it, I had a feeling that it must somehow be delivered. I couldn't just let it be abandoned.
Would you say that was your yokai intuition kicking in?
Maybe, I'm not sure. I guess I just didn't want to let the sender's sentiment go to waste like that.
Anyway, I think this is where we'll say goodbye.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I'm just still in devastated mode.
That's right. Who would have guessed that I'd
So
started
much.
such a quality story after the tournament had finished? It's going to take me a few days just to draft the articles alone.
Oh, you
by the
will.
way,
Believe me,
I
you
still
will.
haven't had the chance to interview you two all this time. After all that we've witnessed on this journey together,
We did
do
make
you
a lot of
have
new
anything
friends.
you'd like to say?
Yeah, you could say the best thing we got out
Thank
of
you,
this
spokesperson
adventure
Paimon.
was the new friends we made.
I understand. I'll be sure to work your comments into my exclusive news piece.
Sure.
Just be sure to buy a copy of the Steambird when you visit Fontaine.
And I should get ready to head back to Inazuma.
Kirara, it was so good to
I
meet
still have to
you.
report everything to my boss.
I better see Kirara again.
I'm sure we'll all see each other again soon. And maybe we'll play Genius Invocation TCG if we have the chance.
I think that's it as well, isn't it? Yeah. Unless they do something else now. Oh, you get the... No! You get the freaking card! With the... This, I did not expect to be so emotional at the end of all of this. I'm not even joking. In my head, I was like, wow, we got into like the last 5 minutes and I'm not like super emotional. Not that it was a good or a bad thing. I was more just thinking like, that's strange. That's going to be a rare thing for this Genshin playthrough. This is one of my favorite events we've done. And legitimately, the reason why it's one of my favorite events is not only just because it has these emotional, impactful moments. We got to meet Kirara for the first time. We got to see, you know, Charlotte in a different sense as well, like doing her investigating journalism here as well. But we got to meet all those old characters again, and we got to see their personalities just on you know, facing front ways. You know, we got to see Goro and Yaimiko's interaction, or lack of their interaction. The interactions between Kazuha and Hutao, which is the highlight. To me, it's the highlight. It was such an amazing time with the two of them together. You got to see how TCG brings people together, and they did that so well. Like, that's why, like, I can never take anyone seriously if they say Genshin stories just aren't written well, because from start to finish, they lull you in all the time. We talk about this all the time, especially with the events. They think you're just doing a happy little event, and it's a story about friendship, about healing wounds, about finally getting to say goodbye, about showing people what card games can do. And they really can do this. And I will stand by this because as a Yu-Gi-Oh lover, what card games can do. They do such an amazing job of bringing people together. I love seeing all the characters. We're going to see Sino make jokes. Sino and Charlotte. I love when the game proves me right in sometimes. I'm going to sound smug, but I love when they prove me right when I'm like, just put any two characters together and it works. And it's so true. It's so true with what they can do with every single character. Put Benny together with Yelan and you have like a little mission where Yelan teaches Benny how to be like a little more careful on missions. It works so freaking well. Put them together and it will work. This was amazing. And the story at the end was just so beautiful. And it just gives so much more credence to the idea that card games bring people together, that this original game was about friendship. Was about two friends that loved each other, two of the sweetest like friends ever. And it was just a beautiful time. Kirara, a really fun character who is, the way I would describe it, is a sweet voice with a very like, you know, a sense of responsibility, which is awesome as well. Knows what she has to do, will not give up on her ideals when it comes to that stuff. And I appreciate that so much as well. It was so cool meeting her also again. Seeing all the characters again. I could go through the full list, but I will leave one out by accident. What a fantastic mission just to bring us all the way back through all the regions we've been to already. And with that, guys, I'm going to say thank you so much to the Never Going to Pay the Baby Gangsters tier on Patreon. Tomorrow we'll be doing the Chiori story quest. And I'm so excited to do that as well. We're getting closer and closer to Natlan. We're not rushing, by the way. We're going to get there when we get there. Thank you so much to Ty for our 2, JB Bull, Jonathan Anna, The Ghost of Inazuma, Felicious Felix, Yuled, Radish, Anusta, Malcolm Conde, Death Trap, Lynx Markey, Assassin, Alpaca Juice, Eopsy, Xander Whatever, and True Peanut Butter. And I will see you all so soon. Have a wonderful weekend. I hope you had a great holiday or just a great week. See you soon, guys. Bye-bye.